Because you know you can have
Then
So apparently it's the same link as always. So as long as once I start streaming, if you go to
there you go.
yeah,
Well, we need to share that around because I think we all should have that.
it's somewhere in here. I thought we pinned it.
Oh, maybe we did. Let me see.
Because James created it and it's amazing.
no, I don't see it in the pins, and I don't remember what it was called, but I know he posted it. I have it on my desktop.
That's so cool.
All
I got a
right.
couple of those e-ink displays for Christmas, the WaveShare ones.
Oh yeah, those are awesome.
One for a Pi Zero and one for the Pi 3.
Well, I just started the stream, so hi everybody. Randomly stumbled upon this stream, and you know, we solder, we drink, and we babble.
We don't get injured.
Responsibly.
And we drink responsibly, of course. You know.
And we do not get injured.
We do not get injured during the stream. We cannot lie about this, man. Shit happens.
Right, we never get I couldn't say we don't get injured intentionally because nobody ever injures themselves intentionally.
Right, they're small accidents, stuff like that.
Yeah, hiccups happen.
True, but yeah, back when he was saying the LED screen for the Raspberry Pi. Wait, wrong side. This thing is amazing. I'm surprised how clear you can see everything. It's not too small. It's not too big.
What is it? 5.3?
It should be a 5-inch, but it's probably
is it touch?
Yes.
Nice.
Nice.
Very nice. I do like the Lego case. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, 5.3.
I just bought a 7-inch touchscreen from Micro Center the other day.
Oh yeah, I've got one of the official Raspberry Pi ones.
Mine was a Element 14.
I saw the official one for $80, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I could find it cheaper, because a friend gifted me the official case for it, and I was like, yeah, the screen is actually like $80, dude. I don't have the screen, and you know, just return it, you know, just grab me whatever everything else. And I was wondering if like the 7-inch ones, the off-brand ones, are like about $50, and I wondered if those actually fit that case too. I'm not sure.
I don't know about the case. I'm looking the 3D print one.
I just bought this one. I'm just going to post a link. Hang on. So you guys you see the Lego thing, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. I'm super stoked by that. I got this thing called Smarty Pi. It's a little case. I think it was $22 at Fry's.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
Takes the Pi and the encased in the back and has the little cable and everything, and then the splitter so you can power it from one power supply instead of two. And the really nice thing is, I don't know if you guys know this, but the Pi screen has a habit of slipping. So the way it's glued, the glass on the top is glued to the display itself. The weight of the Pi, if it's not held in some kind of case, means that it slips, and so the capacitive touch portion of it moves offset slightly, and you get this small silver band appear at the top of the screen, and you have to push it back. And if you push it back, it stays for a while, and then eventually it slides again. This actually holds it really nicely in spot, so you don't lose any of that.
Nice.
So instead of mounting the Pi to the back of the screen, it's better to not.
Right. Yeah. This thing has a separate kind of container for the Pi and the screen. I think they're still mounted together in the same standard way, but because of the way the case is built, you kind of have to wiggle the Pi in place, and then it's got a little cover that goes on the back. And then even on there are two versions of it. If you look at the one that Pirate has on the screen there's a little one with a Lego strip on the side, so you can have a little Lego case. They do a little Lego housing for the camera unit. So
I forgot how I did it. I had a better way of displaying it on whatchamacallit, on OBS. But any hoosers.
I think there are you can set up another screen for that browser window if you wanted to.
Yeah, but I forgot how you're able to control it. Cause like There was another thing where you can do.
That's the link I just posted. Is the one I bought.
So, am I gonna get
Oh yeah.
home and shit? Gonna happen now.
Okay. So we'll see you back on when you get home, huh?
No, finally view Discord. It's the other. I have a problem. Okay.
I didn't catch any of that.
If anything, I'm giving you shit for her connection.
Yeah.
But
You'd think in a big metropolis like LA they'd have a better connection, right?
All right.
I can hear you fine, guys. Fine. I wonder what the upload.
Maybe it's self-censoring.
she's cussing us out. We don't even know it.
Yeah.
Alright, I could probably do this one.
So how much was that one? This is where.
50 some.
Oh dang. I mean, it looks nice and everything. The
It seems good.
Go ahead.
It seems to be pretty nice. I've got it running, sitting on my desk. I don't have a case for it yet, so I propped it up in the styrofoam box that it came in. It's sitting there running. The nice thing is it uses the Arduino sticks to steal power from the Pi to power the LCD, so you only need one power supply.
Right. Yeah, this one does it a little differently. The thing I like about this is if you can see it on the one that on the link I sent, it's like all-in-one contained, and you can have the Pi is mounted in the back, and it's got like a.
What I liked about
it
had the camera enclosure too on it.
Yeah. So my one doesn't. I didn't get the one with the camera enclosure, but if you go a little bit back over, you can see the base for it. See, it's got the look. It looks like that's it.
This here.
It looks like the GoPro style connectors, and you can tilt it and you can mount it to a wall.
Oh, I saw that when I was scrolling on it.
Yeah, it's kind of cool for that.
Yeah, I like this.
And for $20 something, I figured it was worth splashing down the money instead of spending forever trying to design a case to fit to print.
For $30 for that much that you get, I say it's worth it.
Yeah, I mean it's fun designing the stuff for printing, and there's a bunch of them on Thingiverse if you want them. But I think that one met all the criteria I was going to design my own for, so screw it.
Let's see, jump request start. Wait, hold on. I forgot to start the DrunkerBox, but I was gonna test my bat signal thing. Okay, starting the URL.
I'm going to see if mine flicks over. Every now and then I get no result from it. I think that's when the bot goes down. I'm going to have to code for a down state.
Okay,
I thought I had, but it's obviously not working. So it's
camera's
DB
blurry.
start. Okay. There we go. We went straight to true. DrunkerBox something.
Started. So unless I
Yeah,
programmed
that is
this
blurry.
wrong, yeah.
I can't. I thought it was my old eyes. I couldn't read that.
Hey, it works. Shit.
Nice.
Hold on. Video configure. I guess. Damn, it doesn't even focus it on either.
What's DrunkerFan?
That's the it's a role that if you are in that role, when it pings it, it pings.
It what?
It pings you. So you know how when somebody mentions you and it puts a little 1 on the channel?
Yeah.
Well, if you are in that role of DrunkerFan, it'll do the same thing. It'll send an alert.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool.
That's what that group. That's what the DB alerts is. Do the DB alerts and it'll add you to it.
Ah, okay. Sweet.
All right, that works. So I'm gonna put that away because I don't want the wire to be fried.
I'm gonna put myself on push to talk. I'm gonna forget at some point. Say
And
something completely out of.
And then you're gonna get pissed because we're ignoring you.
No, more that you're gonna get pissed. I say something out loud that I didn't mean to.
It happens. Well, IoT's not in yet, so until he comes in.
Yeah, where's IoT? Don't go ping him.
Let's summon him. Everybody, ping him. For once, he actually shows offline. Any Hoosers.
That's unusual.
Right. So today, Sarah was gonna guest join us again, but she is sick, so she's out. But she's,
oh no!
And I'm hoping she's watching now. I sent her the link, but she hasn't replied yet.
I know all about Sarah, and I've never actually been on a DrunkerBox with her.
Okay, so I looked and it added you to the role. It apparently just doesn't give feedback when it does.
Yeah, it'd be nice if it did, but I got a beep when I did it, so I figured it'd done something. If it just alerted and said, you've been added, that'd be cool. But
oh, I think it sends you a private message, now that I think about that.
Wait, the ping?
Oh yeah, I've just noticed I got it.
OR alerts.
The eyes Bender drinking a beer.
Yeah.
Interesting. Anyways, so she gave me another gift, which is...
I'm so spoiled.
I know, she's awesome. Let's see. So, which is this one. Ironically enough, I was thinking of getting this one to solder to give her as a gift. Well, she beat me to it, I guess. She saw it. She saw in my DrunkerBox wish list, so she got it. What the cool thing about it is, or what Babs especially pointed out, that it's military grade FR4 PVB board, whatever the fuck that is. Hey, Super Medical Cow. What's up, dude?
What up, dude?
Is Super Moon joining?
Yeah, he joined.
He joined.
Surprisingly.
He sounds like he's awake. Doesn't sound like he's very awake though.
I am very high.
AC broke?
No, he said hi.
I'm
Oh.
stoned. I'm very stoned.
He's gonna stay nice and mellow tonight.
Yeah, my brain's a little fried from playing so much fucking StarCraft.
We should send Biot some weed and see what happens when we get him stoned.
Right. He'd be pretty prompt.
Dabs likes the idea. Like.
You wanna create a monster?
No, I think he'd get super mellow.
That's a suggestion.
We can
Put
put
it for a
that
later
when the DrunkerBox actually makes its way back round. Last person who has it should send it to him with some weed in it.
Just so we can get someone arrested.
Dude, have to declare it.
I'm pretty sure USPS moves the most drugs in the United States.
Yeah.
They're the primary drug deal. Not even on purpose. They just.
Well, it's not like they can scan every single package, you know.
Oh, Gertiva's checking status.
Checking the bot.
Yeah, he must have got a ping.
Alright, let's see if I can find that PDF for the instructions in English.
I'm gonna look that up and see how much we can. See if I can get one, or at least add it to my wish list. It's like a fun one to send.
Look for what?
That kit you're soldering.
And then James had an interesting question, is like what chip or MCU it has, so I kind of cheated and looked into it. I'm looking for it now. Well, let's see. I posted it up here somewhere. And I think you can program it. but I have no idea on assembly. I believe that you have to use, or programming anything this small.
That's right. You're used to bigger things.
Yes.
I'm going to fill in for Peyote tonight, I think.
Please do.
What is he up to?
I don't know.
He went MIA. He was there, and then he's gone. So
We should do what we did to Babs a little while ago and not go into all the channels and just Peyote him.
Oh, the
Yeah, because that helps.
Oh my
Hey, Babs, it just sounds like every time you try and speak, you're playing a ukulele.
It's like you're really talking slow.
Then when she does come through clearly, I don't understand a damn word she says.
oh.
And she's driving, so I know she's not drunk.
You know what? She needs to put a ham radio in our, and all it does, it's relay back to her Discord at home.
Right?
That could work, yeah.
There you
You know?
The only problem with that is she couldn't listen to us over it.
go. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But you can listen to the.
Wait, why can I just pipe it into some software-defined radio thing at home and then listen to it that way?
I was about to say no drinking, no
can-
texting and driving, but I don't know. But if you're at home,
The ham radio is okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, he's got Bossy's
could-
finger out. I can see it, look.
You could, but it's not legal because everybody who speaks would have to identify.
With a ham thing? Or just...
With a call, yeah.
Oh. That might be one way to get me to shut up.
So wait, so if she's broadcasting this DrunkerBox chat channel over the ham radio, we would all have to identify ourselves, technically.
Every 10 minutes.
And it sounds like we'd have to be licensed as well.
Correct.
I'm not
Oh,
licensed.
man, stop that.
How are they going to find us? Wait,
Yeah,
do they really
track us
enforce
down to
it?
Bab's house and then give up.
There
They
you go.
would track her down, and then she would get in trouble for broadcasting it.
Yeah.
It'd be the ham radio equivalent of swatting.
Yep. Or you could just have pirate radio. It's okay.
Bad things. All round.
So yeah, I didn't feel like reading 252 pages worth of documentation for this thing.
I mean, it looks like it's good documentation, though.
It does.
Hey, James.
And there's James. Well, he could probably answer a lot of questions because apparently this is the first chip he ever programmed. I think. Remember? reading that.
Unfortunately, I've drank a lot of beer since the last time I programmed one.
That's okay.
Good evening, Mr. Ball Engineer.
Hi, everyone.
So yes, one day sooner or later I might read over this and figure it out because the interesting thing is on the board itself. I think based on the pictures.
Super Mechicow said Muchamu has entered the channel.
That was bad. Why did that come in clearly?
Because it was over this.
Right.
It was text to speech.
Yeah. Let's see. There was a good picture of like where it had the USB. Connections. If I can figure this fucking shit out.
Where's the link for it? Where's the link for the data sheet?
The data sheet. Oh, hold on. Let me repost them again. So, the board that I'm soldering and the data sheet. So it looks like there is a this part here, so we could probably program it. But T1 out, R1 in. So I need to figure out how that works.
Tispoyo Cowboy Hatface said Munchimu has entered the channel.
More appropriate.
So again, drink responsibly, smoke responsibly, I guess. Remember, because it hurts the people around you, not just you. So, cheers.
Cheers.
Alright, so let's see.
What is your tip of choice tonight?
Say again?
What is your drink of choice tonight?
Let's see, because I'm saving the Kraken for tomorrow's wedding. Same thing as always. Rum. I actually like this one because I could drink it straight on the rocks versus any other thing.
Oh, okay. Nice. I haven't had that. Cool.
So,
Your delay is pretty good, actually.
is it not that bad this time?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Cool. Alright, so a whole bunch of Chinese. The case for it. Put that for later. The military grade. Get that right. Military grade FR4 PCB board.
Yo, this documentation is actually really good. It's got like examples of all different kinds of applications.
Nice. And then I'm pretty sure somehow one way or
Am I
another.
going to use it like some LED?
Right. Hopefully there's no other extra programming to it. Hopefully it's all preset. And then a bag of LEDs with the weird URL and Chinese characters. More Chinese. I can't read. Okay, we have the resistors. The chip itself. We'll fill out LED. I'll put that over here. Power switch.
Looking at that, all you need is a serial UART adapter. Or even if you have an Arduino, you can do it with that.
I was looking at, well, I was Googling for the information. I saw there's probably examples you can use the Arduino.
Yeah. Well, the Arduino, you would just use that as a serial to USB bridge.
Right. And yes, it actually comes with the to be able to connect it. I was really hoping for that. And then a whole bunch of LEDs. So this one should probably be all straightforward. A simple soldering. Now, we can find the regular instructions for it without trying to guess the resistors. Actually,
Check out for you. Because they had the QR code on that little paper. That might be a link to the English version of the instruction.
I'm pretty sure it is the same link. Oh. Well, this is a lot more easier than I thought because the resistors are all the same. So.
Well, perfect DrunkerBox kit then.
It is. I wish I had more. Would have gotten hammered more. Oh well. On that note, I need more ice, so I'll be right back.
Oh, yes, he did it. Nice.
It's kind of sweet.
You can add some little Tesla coil shocks going between the antennas.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah, it could be like a Jacob's ladder.
Yeah,
There you go.
that'd work.
It's actually pretty easy to do, so I'll put that on my list.
This thing's cool. I like it.
All right, back. Wrong thingy. Okay. So, like I said, for those who missed it, Sarah's out sick. So everybody say hi, Sarah. Hope you feel better and everything.
Is it good evening, Miss Sarah?
Could you say that a little more creepy? Because I don't think you quite hit it there.
Oh, come on. Try and do it like a school kid in class, you know, register. That's the first time my accent's been called creepy.
How about to say, yeah, everybody praises your accent and everything.
Yeah. I wonder if Rune's listening.
No, she's not home. She'll be home in a little bit.
Oh, she'll be just so disappointed.
Yeah, especially because I'm getting ready to go to bed.
Oh, no.
Don't worry, this probably won't take long. But considering the other drunker boxes, it'll probably be 2 hours.
Well, I got to work in the morning, and we're supposed to get 4 to 7 inches of snow tonight, or over the next 24 hours. And I got to drive in that crap, so.
I don't mind the announcement of 4 to 7 inches of snow, but that's because I like going to the snow. It's not near me. It's not so fun when you have to live in it.
No.
Alright, so... let's see... Trying to figure this out without the schematics. I'm assuming... see if we can figure it out. With just the pure schematics. Okay, so I can show you what I'm seeing. At the very least, I'm going to try to find what is the ground for the LEDs, because I never trust the standard markings on the PCB boards. And or the orientation.
That's probably quite wise.
Yeah.
So since I can't actually see what you're doing, can you explain what you're doing? What you're testing?
Okay, so I'm getting a multimeter right now, and I'm gonna just trace the. Fuck, what's it called?
She's such high maintenance.
Right.
So demanding.
So for right now, the one that makes sense, and I can truly trust on the marking on the PCB board is for. Oops, does get hot. Actually, you need to turn that off for a bit. Solder iron off camera. The little notch for the chip itself, because it's on top. The top pin on the left where the dot is 1, and it goes down, of course. Same thing for the. But I'm drawing a blank. What's these called? The cedar, or I forget. It'll probably come back to me later. So.
Let's all leave him hanging. Nobody jump in and help him.
I know, right?
Sorry. I wasn't. What are you pointing at?
You probably see it now if you're watching the stream. The little thing where the chip sits in, you can take it off without.
The socket?
Yeah, socket.
That's
socket.
the word.
I'm not drunk yet, I swear.
as soon as there was silence, I looked at the screen and it was like the PCB. And so I was like, I don't know what you're doing.
Right.
I felt bad because I'd forgotten the word too.
Yeah, and even if you knew the word, it'd be
I feel like there's probably a different word for it. I was thinking for a different word. It wasn't. I feel like it wasn't that going to be that simple.
UK probably calls it like the pluggers or something.
So talking of pluggers,
oh no,
Australia calls flip-flops pluggers.
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 Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, there you go.
Nobody knows why
This
Australia
fact number
doesn't-
one of the evening.
No, okay. So, and I could be extremely wrong, but apparently the reason why a lot of slang in Australia is the way it is because they were primarily drunks. Apparently, and that kind of makes
originally
sense.
Criminals.
Exactly. So that kind of makes sense of why shit only makes sense when you're drunk, or
Yeah.
you know.
So you guys need to look up after the stream the Australian hero guy that foiled an armed robbery of a gas station. But he has the story about how he was running there and he busted a plugger. And the Australians absolutely wet themselves. So much so I had to look up what a plugger was. And he was trying to run in flip-flops and he broke one. He was really upset because his girlfriend had just bought them for him, or his wife had just bought them for him. He busted a plugger.
Wow.
That can go multiple ways.
I'm going to share it on the stream.
Find me the link, and hopefully.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about that phrase is it gets more funny every time you say it.
Yep.
That's true.
Busted a plugger.
Wait, but it only works with your accent.
Oh,
Like
no,
if any
it's
of us
even better
else
with
said
Australian,
it just
trust
wouldn't
me.
sound right.
It's even better with Australian accent, trust me. There you go.
Have you guys heard about the time that Australia went to war with a bunch of kangaroos? It's emus. They went to war with a bunch of emus and lost.
Was it because they were endangering their farms or something, right?
Yeah, well, they were doing something that was driving the emus towards the farmland, and they were just trashing everybody's fucking. So they just like invented the machine gun. They're like, let's try it on these emu, and they couldn't kill anything.
Yeah.
All right. Let me know if you can hear the audio from it.
It's 6 minutes, so it's probably... There you go. See, despite a busted plugger.
Yeah, there's no audio.
No audio.
I know. That's odd.
That's all right. We don't need to hear Kevin Hart anyway.
Well, since it's 6 minutes. That's not video caption device.
Yeah, don't play a video because you might get striked.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Other YouTube thingies. That's right. Anyways, back to this. Then once I explain what I'm going to be doing and then soldering, we can... Yes. So on the very top, you see the very small notch. I haven't figured out how to properly like zoom in and focus with the camera yet. So anyways, so that's the beginning part, as in like in the diagram here. So we follow down and we're looking for the ground. The ground's at the very end, and because it's shining with the light, we trace that here, which...
Hey, Pirate, don't forget to flip it because you're on the back side of the board too.
Yeah. Well, the...
Pro tip there.
Yeah. So I'm going to put the resistors, the board, the socket with the board, the pins, more resistors, and the switch all back here, and then all of the LEDs are going to be on the front here. So, I see what you mean. I'm an idiot. But yeah, so from here to the other side as well, you hear a beep. You might not pick it up, but that means there's a connection. So now we know which one is the ground, and if we stay on the ground, everything else that is grounded will be grounded. In theory. Oh wait, and I'm an idiot again. Alright, because the chip is grounded and everything else plugs in, the chip connects to the LEDs and everything else.
Yeah, the chip does go that side. So 14 is on the normal 14 spot there.
Yeah, so I
I've
should
done
be
that.
getting...
Yeah. You want the one nearest you on your left. The other one.
So it goes
The other left.
Okay.
Alright, guys, I'm gonna call it a night. Go to bed. I'm falling asleep sitting here. Is it?
Alright, man. Have a good one.
Good night.
We'll catch you tomorrow.
Alright, so for some reason... Oh, okay, so these two are just there. So we followed the trace here, and then which
That's
is broken up here.
28, right? 14 going to be the one.
There's a P1. Yeah, 14 is the ground.
Yeah, 14 is the one that you want on the. So I'm pointing at the screen here. Why am I doing that? You can't see me. The two last pins on the chip nearest you, it's going to be the one on your left. 14, right?
I think so. Hold on. Okay.
Because the chip's on the back, which is where you are now, right?
Yeah, I'm in the back right now. There, on the other side, there is one. It crosses over to for the pins, but then that pin doesn't do anything else for anywhere else. But if you follow the connection, there's something with P1, and there's something like I have to solder something on there, but that's not the switch, because the switch itself is up here. But there's that broken spot there.
P1, how many pins does that have?
Just two. Oh, duh. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that's for the that's for the micro USB connection.
Gotcha.
Actually, I placed it wrong. Here it goes, and it should just sit there and it connects. So there's the power in the ground, so that goes to ground. In that case, how the hell does the ground go anywhere else? That there.
There is a trace in the image on Amazon. There's a trace from that to that pin. If you look at the fifth image in the Amazon listing, on the right hand side, you can see I can see a trace that runs across the bottom of the board, goes up to that pin 14.
Yeah, where the P1 is. That's yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Bring that back up. What the hell? Where is it? Yeah. So that P1 goes there to that pin, and then to where J20 is the top one. But then that's where it stops.
Well, maybe they only need that on. LEDs should have ground, right?
Yeah, they all should have ground, but where is their ground? And yes, probably somebody out there is laughing at me. It's like, it's simple. So I'm pretty sure.
DrunkerBoxes for a reason, right? You have an excuse for getting it wrong.
Exactly. So based on the schematic, it kind of looks like each LED goes through each pin. There's a resistor in between, I think.
So they're using the internal ground rail on the chip.
I think so.
Looks like it. I guess that makes sense. There'd be a lot more traces on the board if they all went through some external way, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Actually, let's see if I can find the actual things, because I hate to screw this one's up. This one's pretty cool.
Everybody else is quiet because they're watching that Aussie robbery. And Super Mecha Moo might have gone to sleep.
Huh? What's up?
I am.
No, I walked away for a second. What's up?
Oh no, I was just saying everybody else is quiet because they're all watching that Australian robbery.
Yeah, that's why I was quiet for so long.
See, distracting my
Sorry.
people. No, it's okay. See, and stuff like this for now, because I'm trying to figure this out, because I should have already done it.
It's okay. It's part of the fun of learning this stuff. So.
Yep.
I actually find it interesting watching you figure it out because I'm getting validation that I'm not the only one that goes through the things you're going through right now.
Oh no, like this week I been feeling like I don't know jack shit kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like
That's how I feel every day.
But you're just being modest.
I think we can all. I think we can all relate to feeling like we don't know jack shit. When
Yeah.
we encounter a problem.
Yeah, in all honesty, yeah, absolutely.
I agree.
I think there's a little bit of imposter syndrome in all of us. I'm going to get
Yes,
found out in a
absolutely.
minute. I'm a fake.
Yeah, I feel like that way until I bump into somebody higher up than me, and it's like, how the fuck did you even finish college?
Right.
Kind of thing.
Hey, IoT's here. Woo!
Microphone. Can you hear me now?
Yes. Hey.
Awesome.
Where'd you go? It was like the first time we ever see you go offline.
I went offline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When?
Right
At the
before.
start of the DrunkerBox.
Yeah. Your status was like gray. We never see you gray.
What? Like just this second, or like up until now, or?
Like basically up until now. I haven't looked. Like when I started it and we all pinged you, your status was gray. So it meant like you were offline.
I don't know why that would be. It's usually running on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm never offline. We had a power blip the other night, so Discord's probably not running on my desktop, which is always logged in. So
That
It
makes
looks like we
sense.
lost Babs. It looks like she's either stopped off to get her food or gone through that funny tunnel in her house.
yeah, she likes going through tight places, but funny tunnels or whatever. Cool. So what's on the agenda for tonight?
The link. I mean, on the Discord, I added the link to the board that I'm soldering. It's very simple. I can't screw up the resistors, the LEDs, or anything. But right now, I'm trying to find the actual schematics for it or instructions for it, because I don't want to put the LEDs backwards. But I don't know which one's which, because I don't want to trust the board's markings 100%.
Well, you could go ahead and put in the switch, the USB, the chips, headers, and resistors, and then you could kind of tentatively solder in one LED.
Right.
Are we talking SMD LEDs, or are we talking through-hole?
Through hole.
Through hole.
Wait, what was the question again?
So I'm pretty sure. Well, honestly, I always forget which side is the cathode and anode on the symbol.
Isn't it the short lead with the flat end is always the ground?
No, I think the long one is.
I knew James was going to say that.
Yeah, no. On the diode itself, always use your multimeter to check On the symbol, the arrow or the line is the cathode side. And the way I think of this is A, B, C, anode before cathode. And so there's an arrow that points from A to C. So that's how I sort of remember that the line represents the cathode.
I knew there was an acronym for it somewhere.
Yeah.
You can test them on your multimeter. If you've watched James's latest video, he shows you how to do it.
Right. True. Now,
a plug for Element 14 Presents.
Not a commercial because it wasn't me.
No, exactly.
That's just you know, fan advertisement right there. That's word of mouth.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in all seriousness, I have actually, and I think I've told you guys this before, so sorry for repeating, but I actually did buy a batch of LEDs where the long wire was the cathode instead of the anode, or whatever the backwards way is.
Yeah.
So I always check them with my multimeter. And
I don't have an explanation for this, but I've actually seen it where the die, where I can look in the LED, and the die was backwards.
Ooh, weird.
I mean, the long line lined up, or I'm sorry, the long lead lined up to the right side of the die, to the flat side of the LED, and it still was backwards polarity.
You know, let me
I
double
sort of
check.
wonder if that was like a bad batch that somebody just sold anyway.
Maybe. And it was only
I did see a little tip someone did on YouTube or on one of the Reddit forums where they just knocked up a little coin cell battery to a little female header. They could just pop the LED in there and test it and turn it around and test it and see if it worked. Figure it out that way. That was quite handy to have.
Okay. Yeah, I just tested it. They're legit. Or I don't know how would you do it, but it lit up. And I looked up. The cathode goes on the opening side of the arrow thing on the schematic. So now I know which one's which. Alright, so I'm just going to start soldering. If it burns and crash, oh well.
If you actually do have a concern about the correct polarity, you might try just 5 LEDs and around the thing, and then finish the rest of the circuit to make sure that they work.
5 of them?
But, I don't know if these are wired in parallel or series.
I was trying to find this in the schematic, and I thought I found it for this board in the Amazon page, but can't seem to find it now.
So why do you need the schematic specifically? I might have another option for you.
I prefer the other option.
Okay. Well, can't you just connect your multimeter to the ground pin where you're going to supply power to the board, and use that to determine the anode and cathode of the LED?
Yes, but not the LEDs are not connected to they're not going straight to the ground. So to show you real quick.
I don't have a.
We postulated that they're using the ground rail within the chip.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
But
I'm on my mobile device, so I don't have the screen on.
Hold on, that doesn't make sense, guys.
yeah, actually, that's right.
Ground is ground. Now, it could be that they're switching ground, which means then instead of being the ground side connected to the ground plane, it'd be the positive side, and that may or may not be going through a resistor.
Right.
So you might have to kind of trace out the path a little bit.
Okay, so
It could also be the same problem that if the chip is providing the 5 volts, then the reason you're not finding ground is because it goes IC, LED, resistor, ground.
I think it's doing that because I'm not getting anything for the LEDs.
So if you're not getting anything ground for the LEDs, is I'm not looking at anything visual, but is the chip just syncing instead of sourcing?
So I think it's one of two things. It's what you just said, Josh. It could be syncing instead of sourcing, or it's because the resistor pad is in our way.
Right.
That's true. So either way, I'm a.
Pirate, can you try one side of a resistor pad and connect to an LED pad and see if you get connection there? No,
Yeah.
not there. On the circuit itself.
Oh, actually.
And
then. Yeah. So.
I forget the stream's a little behind.
It's okay. Holy fucking hell. Okay, there it goes. So this one here. I think it's this one. Yeah.
Do you have the same number of resistors as you do LEDs?
No. There's about 10 resistors. And 50 LEDs. Is it 50?
Okay, they're doing something. They must have wired something's wired in series and parallel somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How to trace? Oh, here it is. So. Nope. The fuck? Hold on. Checking the view. Okay. Go to users. To the resistor. No, that's not gonna connect. So R9 goes to. Oh, this one here. So R9 goes to D50, which is, according to the PCB board, that is. Crap, I can't remember the cathode. I mean the anode. The anode side. That goes to the resistor. 2 resistors actually. Before hitting another LED. That's probably a bad one to trace back. Okay, so here's probably a simple one. D33, according to this, is the cathode, and it goes straight to the chip here, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 down on the left side of the chip. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is 22. I cannot make the numbers on the schematic. Crap. Oh wait, actually, P.
Just make a computer note. Grab a
Right.
Sharpie marker and make up your own.
Right. Oh. With that said, because if they have the resistors, if we do the reverse polarity, it shouldn't do anything wrong to the LEDs, correct?
Reverse polarity won't blow an LED, so don't sweat it.
Alright.
Yeah, the LEDs will be fine if you reverse it. Resistors aren't polarity sensitive. The only reason I was trying to think of a way to do a few LEDs was because unsoldering 50 LEDs is going to require a lot of tequila.
Yep. I don't feel lucky for that.
Which
what?
Let me try that again. Which could make for a really amazing DrunkerBoxes stream.
True. But I have a wedding to go to tomorrow, so I don't want to be hungover.
It'll be a long stream.
Anywho's, what? So, IoT, the switches, were they the same MAC or no? The same address for it?
Are we talking about my thing?
Yeah.
I haven't opened the package yet.
Oh.
I'll know. Wait, just
Oh, okay, because I misread then, because I thought you already broke them apart.
I just bought them.
Oh, okay.
No, I haven't done that. Holy ceramic discs.
That's a lot of resistors. I mean, capacitors.
That's about half of them. I was recapping the Commodore 64.
That sounds fun. Well, the desoldering part,
So
not
you're
really.
Huh?
I'm sorry, you broke up. What was that?
I'll show it.
No, my network's shit.
I was going to over the last 40 years, but
Yeah, I was on a disc drift. And now I'm sure those lytics are shot, but yeah, those ceramics are probably rock solid.
let ceramics lose. These would have lost between 5 and 10% after 10 years, and they'd be 3/4 of the way to losing another 5%.
I don't think I ever took the time to consider what the tolerance on a ceramic capacitor even was.
Yeah, most people don't.
Do you use an desoldering tool or a soldering wick, or how do you do it?
You'll have to wait and find out.
My wife bought me one of those suction desoldering tools, the Heiko one. It's really kind of cool.
Yeah, I used to use that one, but this was done with something else.
Ah, okay. Not a giant ass hot plate.
No.
Well, I'll wait with bated breath for that video then.
I saw somebody. I saw a post of somebody using like a cheap, just a regular desoldering sucking one, and then putting a very small vacuum on it, and then just put the hose through it. I was thinking of doing that. Like I have at work a very old little vacuum that's just like it's about to die. So it's like, if I could just run the tube through it to the socket, that'd be awesome.
Then you just need to find a way to heat the nozzle.
Yep. But I think on that post he was using a regular soldering iron.
Alright, I'm back.
Yay.
No.
And she's not broken up either.
Well, that's because I'm not in my car over speakerphone.
You're talking in slow-mo.
Yeah.
It's weird. I could hear you guys just fine, so.
Well, you sounded like a ukulele most of the time.
I'm gonna have to go back and listen to the video to see what you guys mean by that.
Yeah, we're making fun of how slow you were, King.
Got it.
That and my internet is shitty. My PC runs on Wi-Fi because I'm too lazy to run. No, I tried running an Ethernet cable over the attic into our router.
Oh, screw that.
Yeah,
That's not fun.
yeah. I'm too fat to fit in the attic, and my brother's the only one, and we haven't done that. We don't have that much experience doing all that, so we're like, yeah, we don't know how to go.
You could do what my friend in the UK did.
What do you do?
Just get some external Ethernet cable and drape it out the window from one room to another.
You know, you go to Home Depot, get a 100-foot cable, and just.
Well, I have the cable.
Then, I mean, does it really need an attic? Can it just be against the wall?
No, we tried it for a couple
of...
Okay, at one point we had the router in the living room, and my brother wanted the game so bad, and he wanted, you know, everything perfect. He had the Ethernet wire going across the hallway all the way to his room, to the living room. We're like, we got so annoyed and tired by it.
I'd tuck it under the baseboards.
Yeah, we were too lazy for that. But you know, we might redo the floor, so that might be an option.
It's usually the easiest way.
Actually, what you should do is while you have the floors torn, put some PVC pipes in there. Maybe not PVC, but put some, wire conduits in there.
Yeah.
So you can always
chisel a hole out.
Yeah. You can always run more wires later just by pushing them.
Yeah, and if you're really smart, you leave some strings in there that you can tie off to and pull through. They're already run.
Oh yeah. Where is the sucker?
So I noticed I'm now finally
One
watching.
of us is the sucker.
I'm finally watching the stream now, and it definitely is nicer with the camera angle being now right, like forward facing. I guess I don't know the term I'm looking for.
Really? I don't know. I find it weird because then it's now harder. Is like on your top right, and then my top right is over here. I probably just need to find the settings for it. I thought I had it right, but it changed once I started it.
Yeah, you can usually flip the camera orientation.
Yeah.
Because I had that problem on mine where everything was flipped, and it was really weird trying to I want to gesture at something, and I see my hand come from the other side of the screen.
Yeah.
Okay, so where are we at on this thing? Because I missed pretty much.
So, right now I'm soldering the resistors. We gave up on trying to figure out where to verify that the markings on the PCB board were correct. Because apparently there's, from some talks that I've been to, there's not really a legit standard on the markings. So I couldn't find the schematics or the instructions for this board. So
can you guys hear me now? Hey,
yes.
Now it works.
I can hear you.
So, sorry to interrupt you. I was just trying to figure the audio thing out.
It's okay. So I wanted to verify that the cathode was the cathode marked and the anode was the anode, but we couldn't because both the ground and the anode and cathode are apparently going through the chip versus the ground being completely grounded.
We had a long debate about it. Some might say a mass debate.
Wah, wah, wah.
Were you really holding on to that one?
I can stop filling in for Practical IoT now. He's here.
Yeah, so you can take a break. You can take 5 now.
So you said there's 5 resistors in total on this starboard?
10.
10 resistors. Okay, so
10
my guess
resistors,
is
50 LEDs.
My guess is that because a star has 5 sides and each of those sides has 2 legs, that's how they're distributing the resistors without really zooming in or anything. Probably. So basically, each straight segment is probably wired in series, and then they've got 1 resistor.
Yeah, true.
Just purely mathematically thinking.
You're so smart.
Now, here's the challenge, because I'm too lazy to actually do it or calculate or say it. What's the value of the resistors?
Could you measure with a multimeter?
I can, but that's a challenge for you and whoever's stupidly watching random YouTube videos.
Yeah, I'm way too lazy to even read color codes. It's always grab a meter.
Right. And yes, finally, I got one of these, so I haven't even tested it.
I actually really like the color code, and I wish we would use them in a lot of other places other than just electronics.
I'm so happy that you bought those.
I know. And
yes, me too. No more big clunky dikes.
But now they fly all over the place now. It was like one almost hit me in the eye.
This is why when you were cutting it with your thing, I was always like, can you please position the board away from your face?
No, okay, they didn't fly like these are right now. But I guess pro tip.
Put your thumb on it.
That's one too. So I think pro tip is like if you get it. Let's try it. So if you get it from the base versus the corner, I mean, at the far end, they'll fly off. If you get it from the base or further down, they kind of do. They kind of do.
Did I hear someone say they hoarded these? They kept these.
These things?
I have like 5 pairs sitting in a bucket. Wherever.
Oh, I have
No,
like
the chopped off legs.
Oh yeah.
That was me. Because they actually helped in the other DrunkerBox because I felt too lazy to cut the goddamn wire they gave me.
They make good power rails if you're building your own PCBs.
Oh, now I've got to go
building your
buy a
own
magnet,
PCB, but
look. Damn it.
Right?
That's so clever.
Every time I see these, I'm like, oh, I need to buy one of those.
Actually,
bugger.
Really,
No,
really
just
good.
go. Babs, I'm surprised you don't have one. They give those out like at conferences.
No, I got flasks. I don't think I've gotten a flashlight. Or not one with the magnet on it.
I'll kill to go to a convention that they'll give out flasks for no reason. Just
especially if they're full.
No, it didn't come with alcohol, but I think I got that at Black Hat, so that was a whole nother beast of a conference.
I might have to design a little. I have some neodymium magnets. I might have to design a little 3D printed holder.
Yeah, I have so many magnets that it just. When I looked at the price, I mean, they're not that expensive, but it's like I have magnets and I have flashlights. This is kind of dumb to buy another flashlight.
Yeah, but your flashlight doesn't have a magnet built in.
No. Although, if I'm going to buy another flashlight, I'm going to buy that 2000 lumen one.
Or the taser one.
That'd be really cool.
What? Wait, is there seriously a taser flashlight?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's the multi one.
Tactical.
Hold up, you're back.
One.
Well, technically it's a stun gun. It doesn't shoot out the barbs.
I'm just going to buy one right now from Amazon.
Maybe.
I bought one in a Hammerfest one time.
Okay.
We're back.
Maybe I'll come down and not buy that right now, but I will be doing research.
It really tickles if you hit the nipple.
We just do IoT?
You said nipple.
I mean, yeah, I tested it on myself when I
IoT,
thought
we're
it.
gonna get banned on YouTube again just because you said nipple. God damn it.
What?
That's alright. I said nipple too, but I said it with a cool accent.
Yeah, yours doesn't register it in the on the voice recognition software.
My wife just reminded me that I stun gunned her in the butt when I bought it too.
Is she nearby?
Yeah, she can hear.
Hi, Mrs. IoT.
Hi, guys.
I don't remember doing it, but I'm proud of myself that I did.
There you go, Babs. I did the research for you.
Fuck it.
So did you... Is this one any good, or you just randomly found one?
I just did Amazon research.
You were saying you don't have any...
I don't have any personal experience with it, no. I'm not sure if that's nipple worthy or not.
Wow, they have a pink one?
I think...
Self-defense.
Yeah.
You know.
That was such a girly thing to say. Wow, they have a pink one.
I guess that one.
It actually really irritates me. You go look at something cool. Oh wait, there's a pink version and it costs $5 more. Actually,
So ridiculous.
This one's $1 cheaper.
When we moved over, my wife wanted. I went down to the shooting range, local shooting range, And I took my wife with me. She'd never been near a gun. She had no interest in them, but she decided she was going to come with me. We got down there. She had so much fun. She bought a gun.
Oh shit!
She bought a Walther P22, but she wanted it in the pink one.
Why?
But they didn't have it, so she got the black one with the laser sight as well.
Was the laser sight pink?
But no. So I said to the guy, and I take it down there one day to sight it in, and I said to the guy behind the counter said to me, "So what the guns did you bring? You have to show him the guns you bring with you." And I took my Beretta with me and her P22, and I said, "It's all right." I said, "It could have been worse. It could have been pink." And he said, "Dude," he said, "if you're built like that and come down here with a pink gun," he said, "nobody's gonna fuck with you about it. Don't worry about it."
Well, see, we don't know how you look, so
no. And then hockey gear. We had a guy I used to play ice hockey with. He came out. He would have a pink helmet, pink gloves, pink socks, pink shirt, and nobody messed with him. We all took the piss out of him, but nobody messed with him.
Yeah, what kind of Beretta do you got?
PX4 Storm.
See, okay, I don't know much about guns, but I'm assuming the one she got was a 22 caliber. Or,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, so far that I've been to the gun range, which is only a few times, I prefer the 22 on a rifle because I like the whole, taking my time and shooting, trying to, hit the target.
Mm-hmm.
And the 22s ammos are cheap, and with the rifle, there's less kickback and everything else. So.
Yeah. I went to Vegas with some friends. My neighbor has a Ruger 1022 rifle, which is a little clinking rifle, and he let me take it down the range, and I took it down and put a few rounds through. And when I went to Vegas, they gave us, if you bought a certain package, they gave you some more rounds or a USB stick with the video from your station and all that kind of crap. Anyway, I took the 22 rounds because I thought, all right, well, I'll use that. And the guy gave me the P22 rifle. I was like, oh, great. I know how to use this thing. This is cool. And so I stand in the thing and I get all comfortable and I line up my shot and I squeeze the trigger and I let go and then I squeeze the trigger again and nothing happened. And I'm like, what's going on? He goes, oh, all the rounds are gone. I said, what do you mean? There's 25 rounds in that? He said, oh, no, we converted it to full auto. He said it does 1,200 rounds a minute. And I was like, oh, shit. And sure enough, it goes and spits out 25 rounds in the time I would normally take, breathing and squeezing one round off.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, on that one, yeah. But I think the one that I had was the...
No, the interesting thing is they're normally single shot.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
And even with 25 rounds, even with it full auto at 1,200 rounds a minute, 25 rounds in one shot, practically, you didn't get any kickback. I was still able to aim it where I wanted it.
And see, and that's what I prefer when I'm shooting. But
I've also shot a 50 cal, a BMG 50. That's kind of cool. Let me get the casing for that. Hang on, I'll be back.
Well, shit. I added more. Well, I haven't soldered them yet. It wouldn't do much damage if I solder the socket and then everything else and then tested it out, right? Asking for a friend.
What do you mean tested it out?
To see if everything's right, but I'm sure it is, but I'm just paranoid.
Is it because you don't know the polarity of anything?
That, and not 100% sure how all this is connected or works. Goes the resistor.
Yeah, I'd have probably put everything except those LEDs in first, and then just put a couple of those in because those are pretty tall.
Me too.
Okay. We were talking, and I just went to Let's just put everything in mode.
He's just gonna go full on.
He's like, I'm gonna solder it once.
One and done. If he does that again, man,
he's gonna just melt it.
I want to. I really want to.
He's gonna go down in DrunkerBoxes history.
No, I didn't finish the other one. I couldn't get it live. Wait, which I love this shit.
Even more so do we need James's award thing then if he manages to do 2 completely successful soldering.
Right. Place your bets. Final bets.
Nice.
No, YouTube, we're not gambling. But place your bets now! Now!
My eyes were scanning to make sure that every light was lighting.
Now, I'm pretty sure it would... Well, I don't know. What if...
Can you put it closer to the camera so we could hear it?
Red 14. Red 14. Y'all lose.
Well, putting it closer to the microphone might be better than the camera.
I tried. I
just assume it was not one of the same.
Yeah, no, I even put the mic in the box so she can hear it, and like same results. So I don't know. I
just have to buy one and do it.
No, I just need to raise up the sensitivity because I talk really low. So my,
that's how we knew Super Mecha Moo was stoned.
Oh, is he stoned?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
We were debating on what you were like when you were stoned.
Hey, Super Mecha Goo. Bah.
Mecha Goo? Oh,
Mecha Goo! I'm trying to... I don't know, summon him. Say his name 3 times.
Super Moo.
So.
There you go.
See? Yeah, it works when a girl speaks.
So wait, who actually wanted him summoned?
I did, but I forgot what was the reason why.
We were talking about whether he was stoned.
No, we know he's stoned.
Can you confirm or deny that? Or you not?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty stoned.
He came on, he was like, "Hey, bro,
how you doing?
What's going on, man?"
Pringles.
No, I've been looking at pictures.
He's like, "Oh, Pringles, I gotta go out."
I'm looking at pictures of Berettas for the past, 10 minutes.
Yep.
I almost bought an M9, and apparently I'm not allowed to own a gun in the state of Pennsylvania.
I think in general...
Wait, you're in Pennsylvania? Why did I think you were in Ohio?
Because everybody
else seems to be in Ohio.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Was there more ads for... I'm not going to say their names, but... Were there more ads in Ohio or something?
for the boxes that shall not be named?
Yes.
What do you mean more ads in Ohio?
How do we get...
Because I feel like there's more people from Ohio.
Wait, HackerBox's got him banned from owning a gun.
Hey, we should not speak the name of the people we should not speak of. Or whatever the line is.
Technically, legally, when you fill out, from what I understand, when you fill out a gun permit thing, they asked you if you've ever done an illegal drug. Saying yes invalidates you.
Really?
So even if it's legal in your state. Yeah, I think that went to the Supreme Court and everything, right? Like about 3 years ago?
I'm really confused. Are you saying that I went to the gun store and couldn't get a gun because I was high?
No, it's just one of the answers that you're not supposed... If you're technically not... If you smoke marijuana, you're technically not supposed to be able to get a gun license.
But...
I call bullshit on that.
Of course.
No,
it's on the federal form, yeah.
Oh yeah, of course it's not federally legal.
The thing is, who answers the question... Oh wait, because if you're using if you're using it medically, then that disqualifies you, doesn't
it? At all, period. Yeah.
Actually,
technically, I think most people are just lying on that form. So.
I was gonna say, who would ever not lie on that?
Well,
so one person did, and it went all the way to the Supreme Court, from what I understand.
Really?
You'll find that article. Yeah, it's I'm not like a gun person, but that really pissed me off.
So I had a friend that was gonna buy a gun, and if he's watching this, he's probably pissed. Me saying this story, but he answered everything truthfully on the forums and everything, and is like, "Oh no, yeah, you can't have one because DWIs or whatever There was something on there. He could have known it at that time. But he fucked it up. And he ended up getting one, though. So it's all good. I think.
I can't own a gun in the state of Pennsylvania because I stole chocolate milk when I was 18.
Oh, I remember that story.
Yeah.
I don't.
Was the milk at least delicious?
It was. I got to drink it in the back of the cop car.
Oh, there you go. Everybody
They
wants.
let you keep it?
Let me keep it. It's like, well, your life is ruined now, so you can at least have the chocolate milk.
Wait, you can't charge me. You haven't got any evidence. I just drank it.
Oh, that's what it was. I think I had a criminal record, but he thought whatever he got, which I guess was a DUI or whatever, was that bad, but
you can tell this guy's young. Look, he's soldering without any magnification. Makes me sick.
I have glasses.
So do I. So Supermoo, I posted the 50 cal next to the 22.
Yeah. Is that a BMG?
Yeah.
What do you have that shoots that?
I don't. The range rents one.
Oh. I used to be in love with Barretts.
$25 for 3 rounds.
Holy shit, that is a big shell.
It's only a $5 round, so they're ripping you off.
Well, there's the use of the gun too.
Yeah.
Because the gun's not theirs. It's actually from a member.
Ah.
They have this deal that if you can pick it up and hold it for 2 minutes, you get to keep it. Most people can't even pick it up.
The gun?
No, wait a minute. If you pick it up and can hold it for 2 minutes, you get to keep it.
You have to understand, these guns are designed to destroy tanks, not people.
But I'm an idiot, and I would be up for that challenge.
Yeah,
how much does they weigh?
It's bloody heavy.
They usually like mount them to trucks and shit. It's ridiculous.
Oh, okay.
Actually, the Barrett 50 cal holds the world record for longest kill shot.
Weighs. Gun and scope unloaded 20. I can't be right.
What model is it?
28.5 pounds.
28 pounds?
Yeah,
Dude,
28.5
I'll hold it
pounds.
for an hour.
I can't be right.
With one hand.
What model is it?
Yeah, with one hand.
Oh, it's one hand. Okay.
Yeah, with one hand.
I think
well, at what position of the arm? Like, because 20.
I was going to say as you're talking about it now, it comes back to me. This is why it was hard. It's arm's length with one hand.
Yeah.
By the handle. That's not easy.
Okay, by the handle, I can see that being hard.
Wait.
Anyway, so the little one next to it's the 2.2 for reference.
Like Babs said, size matters.
Yeah.
I saw a
Big
pirate
shiny
adjusting the OBS Discord screen, and that's where that comment's from.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what?
He was adjusting the chat window.
Like that was like 10 minutes ago. I said that's right, bigger is better.
Oh.
Because I saw you adjusting the window.
I was about to say, I don't remember this. When did she ever say that?
You were busy soldering sockets at the time.
I guess.
When Puck was actually telling a story, and I didn't want to interrupt it with a quip, so.
That's all right. You can go ahead and interrupt. It's fine.
Yeah. I forgot what I took, and it was. I'm pretty sure whoever randomly is watching this is bored out of their mind. Is like.
So how many watches have you got?
6.
Well,
At
there
least.
you go.
No, it tells you 6 watching now.
Where?
YouTube.
On the YouTube channel thingy.
Oh, I've got it full screen. Oh yeah.
Can you say it again with your English accent, but a little bit slower?
Say what again?
I've got it full screen.
Oh yeah.
Those are not proper diagonal cutters. I'm just gonna say that right now.
Still
Oh my god! I bought smaller cutters. I am.
Hey,
IoT.
The red ones were like $1 or $2 more.
Yeah.
Hey, IoT, maybe for tonight you should just change your username to Reddit.
I'll just be the troll.
Aren't you normally are? Oh, you weren't here. Sarah was gonna join, but she's out sick. If she's watching now, tell her
She's
hi.
not.
Alright.
Hello, Sarah. It's too bad you were sick. We were going to ask a bunch of more inappropriate questions.
What's this wee crap?
Yeah, you mean you were?
Well, no, I was hoping you guys would join in.
Yeah,
well,
no,
probably
that's
end up
totally the royal we.
That's pretty much on you. That's all you. And then with Babs
I don't know,
constantly
I think I can be pretty
apologizing.
appropriate.
What?
You always apologize. You were apologizing to her last time she was on here for.
Oh, on behalf of everyone else. Like, I'm so sorry for these guys.
Were you playing the mum of the group?
Probably.
The mom.
So are we all doing shots? I mean, Babs, are you drinking, or is it just the guy with the soldering?
Oh no, I have a White Russian. I got my food, so now I can start drinking.
All right, there you go.
Oh,
You pick something up on the way home?
No, I ordered a pizza. It just came.
Oh, nice. I
You
haven't
know what
had
the next
dinner
question
yet.
is?
Did it have pineapple on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You did?
I always get pineapple on my pizza.
Oh, you're one of them.
I made tortilla soup from scratch tonight, and oh my god, it was epic.
That sounds
Sounds really good. I'm lazy.
Instant pot tortilla soup.
Ooh.
It only
Hey,
took 12 minutes to cook.
So you guys know who Ree Drummond is, right? The pioneer woman?
No.
Nope.
Oh. My wife likes cooking and stuff. She did a culinary management class at college.
You broke
There's
up.
this woman in, I think it's Montana, something like that. She's they call her the pioneer woman. She's Ree Drummond is her name, and she does this thing called 7-can soup, and it's literally just 7 cans of things that she lists that you've got to get. You throw them all in a pot with a couple of other little bits and pieces of like water and some, I think that's it, maybe some salt and pepper, I don't know, and you cook it, and it is absolutely amazing.
A can of chili.
Yep.
Meat
Oh, you
on
googled
chili?
it.
Yes.
It's
So-
good. It's really good.
I mean, everything is like, you know, it's a bunch of beans and diced tomatoes and corn.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's
don't forget to add a little extra salt because I'm sure it'll need it.
Salt and pepper to
It's-
taste.
so good. It's really hearty, warming soup. It's good.
Well, I didn't want to interrupt on
Actually,
that.
most canned things have so much salt in it. It's actually kind of insane.
Yeah.
For preservatives.
Wait, are
Um,
you talking about? You're talking about a different kind of soup.
7-can soup.
Okay.
It's Ree Drummond, pioneer woman.
So, because I would
Anyway,
always
that was a
mention
bit of
this.
a
I mean, a can of, I don't Velveeta? You put Velveeta
Yeah.
in it?
yeah, it's so good.
Velveeta.
Yeah,
Cheese.
you don't need to add salt to
Cheese.
this recipe.
So good. She uses like a stick of butter in practically everything she cooks as well. At least one stick of butter in everything she cooks as well. It's crazy.
I have a coworker that does pretty much 1 to 2 sticks of butter in everything he cooks. But goddamn, he makes good food. I'm pretty sure he just tries to make us fat. But anyways, I didn't want to interrupt on the whole thing, but that one technique of me rolling the chip is making a burrito. Which the other one is making a taco, which we're probably not going to do today because all the components actually fit.
Burritos and tacos, huh?
Oh yeah,
Nachos?
nacho cheese.
It's interesting because the PCB is actually from China,
Yup.
not Mexico.
Yeah. You know, we have tacos here, but they're not. Lost a train of thought. Anyways.
I mean, you're in Texas, so your tacos are probably better than Ohio's tacos. Just saying.
Excuse me.
Hey, Taco Bell's the same everywhere.
Right.
I'm about to say,
Including in England.
yeah, don't trust Taco Bell.
I love Taco Bell.
Fuck. Oh. Eh.
I mean, Taco Bell are not real tacos, but Taco Bell is amazing fucking food.
I do love Taco Bell. I've never been to Jim Boy's Taco or a Del Taco. I've never had either of those. Never felt the need to. There's always been a Taco Bell where I want to go.
There's one in Oklahoma that is really good. Taco Bueno.
I was gonna say it's like there's a recent survey that was done, but because people don't do surveys or don't take phone calls or whatever, Taco Bell was like said it was like the #1 best Mexican food.
Oh God, I weep for America.
I as a Mexican, I was like, what the fuck?
So explain to me something. What you just did there? You just tinned those pads and then are sticking the component through the same side, or what?
Yeah, I just put a little solder on the pads, so I was hoping for something better, but I guess this will do.
Is that a surface mount component?
This one is, yes.
Oh, okay. I was just confused. I was like,
USB.
you just close the holes up and then.
Yeah, because fuck it. No. Because one's positive, one's negative, and I fucked it up. Yeah, but good thing we got the sucker.
We're still watching you fuck it up, by the way.
Oh, I know. I wonder at what point, like, any random person that, like, doesn't know about the DrunkerBox or, our channel and everything, stumbles upon this video and is like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Yeah. You don't have any solder wick?
I never had good luck with it.
Ah.
So, I get annoyed.
I learned with the same kind of sucker thing you're using there. But I discovered solder wick and was like, alright, I'll try that.
After I got solder wick, I never used one of those suckers again.
Like, I can't do it. I can't do it right.
That works so well.
Yeah.
Like, unless I had like a really cheap one, which pro tip was suggested, or is it the wick has to have the flux, right?
What?
At one point, the wick has to have flux in it or whatever for it to work better.
I wasn't criticizing your technique. I was just curious if you tried it.
I don't know. I never, I just tried it, just pure when it came from the Amazon. And
yeah, solder wick will work better with flux, and so like I'll take like that pen you have, and I'll jab the point on the flux that I'm about to hit. I mean, you don't need it, but it definitely helps.
Well, I'm trying it now. Actually, let's see.
So when you use solder, the solder wick like that, do you usually turn your iron up a little bit, or no?
I don't.
My one attempt of using solder wick is it just sort of melted part of it and then stuck on the board, and I had to turn my iron way up to unstick it.
I honestly always use the manual pump. The ones you have to like push down the plunger every time you want to use.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever successfully used one of those either.
I use them all the time.
End up melting the tips of those if you're not careful.
Yeah.
Well, you just get a good one, because they have like Teflon ones and stuff that don't melt. Like, I put mine right up against the iron several times.
Like, I'm trying it now, and it's not working.
You might need a higher temperature and a little bit of flux.
Yeah, so do you generally turn the temperature up on your iron when you use one? Because I couldn't tell if I was just using it wrong, or
I
needed a better temperature.
I do two things. I put flux directly on the wick, which, that really helps. And then I also take a moment and clean and re-tin my soldering iron. And I make sure there's a little bubble of solder on the iron before I touch it to the wick, because then that allows it to draw so much more heat out of the joint.
Damn, dude. I was going to say all of that stuff.
Are you only putting your solder, your iron on the wick, or do you have to poke it through and touch the solder that you're trying to melt?
You just make a sandwich: joint, wick, tip, And the heat.
You're talking Super Mecha Moo's language
Yeah,
now.
I know, right?
But just the tip.
No, joint.
Oh, actually, that helps so
like a
much.
sandwich.
You're gonna see it in a bit. It actually helped. Well, you're not gonna see it as well. I need to actually find a better camera that can do zoom. I'll probably have to ask IoTs for his. But
It's like a really expensive camera.
Yeah, he's using some kind of DSLR or something.
yeah.
It's a 4K HD video camera.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be expensive. Look,
Or
I am
you could
just
get
a cheap drunk.
USB inspection scope thing for like $20 from Amazon and use that.
I'm waiting for it to go on sale for like $15.
Yeah.
I think
Or go
I've
to
seen it.
AliExpress or Banggood or something and get one from there.
That too. But I think I saw it before. It was like $30. I'm like, maybe. And then I saw it for $15. It's like, oh, you cheating bastards.
The nice thing for that is that because it's the USB source, OBS will take it too.
Yep. And you know what I
We're all,
forgot to do?
we're all getting fancy for our drunk streaming.
A little too.
Yeah, everyone's kind of upgraded their equipment a little bit.
I had to get some equipment. I didn't upgrade anything.
Well, I mean, Teddy upgraded from null, so.
Yeah, technically. Though I was telling it, Pirate before you guys arrived, I managed to get myself a 27-inch iMac. So I'm going to be switching out my Windows machine for that.
Good choice. That's what I use for my primary workstation.
No,
Yeah,
stop.
I got one at a good deal. 32 gig of RAM, Core i7.
Did you buy it from Apple?
I didn't buy it.
He stole
Was
Was
it.
this from where?
I didn't steal it either. Yeah, it was graciously donated to me as an end of life product from my company.
Excellent.
Yeah, the only thing I've had to
Happy
buy
free.
for it is a keyboard and mouse. Man, that's fucking expensive. I just paid $86 for a fucking mouse.
Yours might be.
Didn't
Wait,
you
can't
get
you just use a
MacBook
USB
Pro that
mouse?
way?
MacBook Air.
Okay, so
Okay.
I'm gonna pause you for a second because I like bashing
Go for it.
Apple. Anyways, I'm about to plug it in. I didn't solder the rest. I'm sure they're tight, but I did solder the top one. So I'm assuming the outer it's off. So plug in. Nothing. Turn it on. Hey, we got him right. Anyways, those are
We
just the
can't
very
see that
few.
yet.
Well, you guys will see it.
Oh, there we go.
Nice.
All right.
Except the one doesn't look like it's coming on.
Well, they're not soldered all the way on, so it's probably loose.
Okay.
Still might want to check that polarity, just in case.
Yeah.
Froze it tight.
Don't we all?
Damn it! I
I
thought I
talked
was
to my
muted.
essay and I asked for some jumbo use. Well, I'm sorry, I missed that. What?
I thought I was muted.
Uh,
I keep falling victim to that.
Sorry, I want to digress here for a moment. Do you just constantly say things in at work that you need to be like, you don't self-censor yourself?
No, I have music playing, so I don't tend to talk to myself while I'm I don't have conversations with myself. It's only because you
No,
guys are
but I mean,
talking and
people with just you're in a meeting and someone says something.
it's like, well, because you're.
Um,
I would
Fine.
imagine
no.
that you can hold back.
I for the most part I do, yeah.
All right, this project from here now is
I
going to
don't
become
have
really
Tourette's,
boring
that's what you mean.
because I am just putting the LEDs and
I
shit.
want-
So,
Okay.
yeah, no.
That did look neat though, just the few LEDs you have on there.
Oh yeah, no. So, I figured out I have a new, like, you know how everybody has their weird, obsessions of stuff. So,
Nope, just you.
okay, well, fuck you too. In the nice way. So, like, I always knew I always had a
Oh,
weird.
really? You're fucking
So the pineapples for practical IoT then.
You're buying me dinner first, or what?
Yeah, and I'll have candlelit dinner and everything, and then I'll put puta on your bed with roses.
This is getting kind of steamy.
Wow.
Wow. Are you bringing your own lube too?
I'm gonna need a cold shower.
Just to let you know. Well, did you hear the comment of me about the roses thing, or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we got it.
Do you understand what that word actually means? Puta?
No.
I think he's gonna try to Cleveland steamer me, is what he's trying to say.
No.
No.
So there was like a post or
Cleveland
troll
steamer.
meme out there. It's like, I'll do this for your girl and she'll love you. And there was like a Spanish word for like beautiful or whatever. And it's like, it was like spelled puta is like Puta. It's basically saying a bitch or a slut.
That's what I thought, but I wasn't gonna
Yeah.
guess.
You know, what's funny is I remember I was in class once, and it was one of those things where you can. I think it was like a word game. You either had to fake the definition, or have a real. You had to guess which one's the real definition. I don't know.
Wait, are we talking about orgasms now?
No.
What?
Fake or real?
What?
What?
What? No, you've never played.
They're all fake. What are you talking about?
What?
Wah, wah. Basically, you get five. If you have 5 people, you get 6 definitions, and you have to guess which one's right for the word or phrase or whatever. And I just remember one of the phrases, they said something about puta, and the teacher wouldn't read it. It made me go look it up what it was. You never played that? Was it Boulder Dash? Is kind of, I think, the formal game.
No.
Wait, describe it one more time.
So you get a word, and you submit what you think the definition is. Like, not what you think the definition is, what you think other people will think the definition is. But not the correct definition. And you get a point if you pick the right definition, and you also get a point if people pick your definition.
That sounds like Drawful, I think. Because it's the same rules kind of thing, but you have to draw it out, and then you submit or you type out what you think it is and stuff. And or you can submit stuff that people can, think that's what it is, what they're trying to draw, and you get points for the same thing.
Wow, this is not the game. Never mind. There was no dice. I don't know where that's coming from. I'm trying to read the Wikipedia page.
You're probably confusing it with something else, maybe.
Yeah, all the players write down a definition, which may be an honest attempt to supply the correct definition. Oh, that's right. If you happen to put the right definition, you also get points. But the way we were playing it is that you put a definition in, and then you guess of what the right definition is based on the submissions. One of them will be right because the moderator posts it, and then it's pretty much you're just kind of bullshitting what you think the word means based on what you think other people might think it means. So you get points for being right, but you also get points for bullshitting really good.
Huh.
Oh, yeah.
And that was a super digression.
No, alright, if it was your definition and you throw in your suggestion, you're trying to throw them off. So you kind of stick with the same thing, but not the same thing at the same time. Kind of thing. If that makes sense. So as I'm putting these in, I'm realizing they're really close to each other, and it's going to be really hard to solder, so I'm just going to solder one leg, and then solder and cut the other. Like, damn, you guys are chatty as fuck. Y'all don't shut up, do ya?
Working on some stuff.
I'm trying to eat dinner too, so don't worry, the babbles will come.
Well, this one, I feel like this one might be a short one. I'm just. What time is it? Oh, well, maybe not.
So what were those two components that you soldered on the side there that, towards the bottom?
Let's see. These here. You're going to see in about 6 to 10 seconds. But the bottom one is the micro SD, and the topper one with the red little tip is the switch.
Sure.
Shot.
How is that a shot?
You should
That's
tip.
the rules.
What
Yep.
rules?
Just
There
wait, by
ain't
the end
no.
of the night, it's gonna be saying the word "the," so.
Fine. I'm out of ice, but fuck it.
But fuck it, what?
Yeah, but fuck it.
You always
Yeah.
deliver IoT.
He hit one of my trigger words.
That's why I always wait for you. I was like, God damn it, I was hoping he gets on.
Yeah, you had me at butt fuck it.
Oh, it's more than a shot, but
We'll forgive you.
no, you don't.
That's for all the ones you missed earlier.
Mm-hmm. Whatever random fucking word of the stream was.
That's what we should do.
We
We
did
should-
that with Packard's the 555 timer with the multi vibrator.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
You
the
had
fuck?
me
I
at
missed that one?
vibrator.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what? I missed that one?
Oh, yeah, he did like a Twitch stream on his.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Twitch worked quite well, did it? The delay seemed a little less.
I was about to say, like, I was gonna look into switching over to that, but that requires work and research.
There's ways to broadcast both at the same time.
Well, I think that's what James does. It streams to both.
Yeah. And Twitch is as easy to set up as YouTube is.
I figured you just supply it a link and
Yeah,
Or-
a token.
yeah.
I use a service to stream to multiple, which adds at least 5 or 6 more seconds of delay.
So I'm using the sucker now because I fucked up and added too much solder. But it's okay.
When there's too much solder, that's my favorite time to use solder wick.
Mostly because it's just satisfying.
It is kind of nice when the little nugget of solder just falls.
So the frame rate on your soldering iron isn't like matching up with the frame rate of the video. It sort of like twinkles.
I was like, what are you talking about? And then
Such a girly thing to say, bless.
and I
So
was
we've had
like,
pink things and twinkly things.
No, I don't like pink things, but that is definitely twinkling. Well, how would you describe that?
like the
Flickering.
little dot right there.
Oh, when you put it closer, it flickers less.
Like
See?
there's a little dot that just constantly blinks.
No,
No,
it's
but the whole
twinkling
number
because
was
it's not
flickering.
consistent.
Oh, wait. That's right. I see it now. If you put it closer, yeah.
Yeah, if you move it away, yeah.
See,
See, it
it's not-
flickers.
oh no, even when you put it a little bit closer, now it's twinkling because it's not consistently turning off and on, which is what a flicker does.
Debating
Check
the
it,
merits
but
of
flickers.
flicker versus twinkle. It's
No,
flickering.
It's the same
Wait,
You
shit.
guys are a bunch of nerds.
Well, yeah,
It's the one that always made YouTube videos of tutorials.
wait, is Mike B one of your friends you said was gonna stop by? 'Cause someone posted in the YouTube chat.
Yeah.
Oh.
Here's my feet.
So how is everybody's
Dude.
day?
Did you hear my question?
Who is it going to?
You, Mike B. Is that your? You said you were gonna invite some friends. Is Mike B one of your guys, or is that a rando?
Oh no,
person
well, I have two
thought of
friends
that?
right now. They're playing GTA 5, I believe, on another channel.
So, Mike
Yeah.
B is a rando watching then, is he?
I send them the links to the YouTube.
So you never actually said yes or no. That's all we're looking for here.
I have no idea if they're watching or not.
No,
So
but is Mike B one of yours?
I don't know. No, I don't even know who the hell Mike B is.
Okay, so the answer is
Rando.
no.
Well,
There's no.
I heard Mike
this is
B.
how we talk-
Like, is one of your
because-
friends might be watching? I'm like,
Oh, Mike B, okay.
Oh God, sorry. Yes. I see
okay,
that.
there was my confusion there.
And which
But I
one's the
did.
stone one?
Wait. In my defense, I said someone posted in the YouTube chat, which would insinuate there's a name involved.
Oh wait,
At
hold
least Super Mecha Moo answered.
on.
Yes,
Right,
he was
hold
not
on.
even
There's
there.
a.
No, I asked
Oh.
who Mike B was like an hour ago, and nobody said anything.
Well, I'm just
I asked
raised it
twice.
now, so.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
We
Okay.
didn't hear you either.
Okay, Mike. I am sorry. Yeah, he is watching. Apparently, I think that's him.
I mean, if you're a friend
You
named
don't know
Mike,
who your friends are?
You know how many
Is he
Mikes
72?
dot B there are out there?
Yeah, but how
Anyway.
many of them do you know?
that you told about this stream.
Okay, told him about the stream. Just one. But
So it could be him
Just
then.
one Mike.
Powers of deductive reasoning are slipping.
right? Hey,
Shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so shot.
as you can tell, I am completely oblivious of what's
He
on
do
everything.
you know which end of that soldering iron to hold?
No, shit, I'm holding it wrong. Hold on, it's burning me.
You gotta hold that like a pencil. That's why they call it a pencil soldering
Yeah.
iron.
Closer
Yeah.
to the tip, yeah.
No, the other one's
Oh
packed.
no. Now we've got extra feed.
Ah!
He's taking double shots, look. And he's flipping us off multiple times.
Yeah.
He's double
I-
checking it now.
I fixed it now. But yeah, I told them about it, and they're playing GTA 5, and yeah.
But that was your Mike B.
Your
I'm
Mike,
assuming, but his handle on Discord is Anahab. But yeah.
Yeah, but that was on YouTube.
Oh, that was on YouTube because YouTube forces you to use your real name or some other shit.
You
at
think
one
it's
point.
my real name? You think my first name is Babs?
No, and that's why I keep wondering why I haven't got banned yet. Or question is like, is this really your name? Shh.
God, I was fighting with Google, YouTube for at least a year, where every time you logged in, it's like, do you want to link your account? It's like, no. And then just one time I wasn't paying attention and I was trying to close something and it closed, and right behind it was that goddamn yes, link my account on my personal account.
Oh shit.
Oops.
I don't have
YouTube.
anything. I mean, honestly, I don't really have any YouTube videos, so it didn't really matter. It was just irritating to me that I had to keep saying no.
Okay, so I have a tangent to go off, but it brings us back to the screen that's in the stream. If you look at Practical IoT's 1014 comment, it's missing what he actually posted.
It's missing what I posted because it was an emoji or a picture that didn't show up. So that must be a plugin thing.
That's interesting
Yeah.
because the username emojis will show up, but they're Unicode, so maybe just
Well,
picture emoji.
here's the other weird thing because I see the two Babs comment posts, and then a Packanut picture is missing or anything is missing, and then yeah, the emoji part is missing, and then it's IoT, so it ignores the emojis
Images.
Stuff,
and
yeah.
pictures. Yeah, well, it ignores the pictures basically.
Yeah, I guess that's so somebody couldn't post stream and get you banned.
Oh, that too.
Practical OT is going to try and fix that.
I was thinking about to do that too.
Yeah. You beat me.
It's this one. This one.
I prefer them a little bit bigger. Huh?
James beat me. Whatever. No.
It's actually
That's
this
like
one.
a big job.
That one looks like a lady's hips and the why? Looks like she's standing with one leg crossed in some Instagram.
All right, that's it. You're gonna have to surrender your gun and your badge.
Crotch shot.
Wait, there was a gun and a badge. What?
I didn't say badge.
No, you said badge. I heard gun and badge.
No, I didn't say badge.
Did you say badge with an E?
Yes.
Okay, you just say your V's funny. You eat your vegetables, don't you?
Whenever possible.
God damn it! I was trying to take a drink.
So how can we get your channel banned, Pirate?
Honestly, I do
I have
not
Mountain Dew Blue coming
care.
out my nose now.
You know how every YouTube, every single one, please subscribe and what was it? What was it?
Please subscribe and like.
Like and subscribe.
Smash the alarm button.
Yeah, how about
Notification button.
I have to point down to the bottom of the screen like you're gonna
Yeah.
put a.
I'll leave it
like
below in the comments.
please. I don't know where is it on YouTube, but it's somewhere there. Please like and subscribe, and then whatever. I really don't care about views. I don't know.
Yeah, like and subscribe. Smash the notification button so you know when we post a new DrunkerBox.
Yeah, please sign into my Patreon account. Every dollar counts.
Yep.
You know, I do,
yeah, sorry,
but like,
sorry. James actually has a Patreon account. Sorry.
Right. So,
At least but James
You know,
doesn't say
like
like and
real
subscribe and
content.
you know.
but I
And he
do
doesn't
take
say,
donations
hey
for
guys,
soldering
it's your
kits.
boy Bold Engineer.
It's
either.
your boy.
It's your boy.
It's
You
your
know
boy,
who?
Bold Engineer.
No. The next level is. The next level is, yo, you know who it is. Nobody
Yeah.
knows who the hell you are.
Yeah. What if I'm the first time visitor to your channel? Who the fuck are you?
Exactly.
Smash that like button.
Yep.
I automatically that ask for a like before they get into whatever the subject is. So if they say at the beginning, like this video, I immediately download it.
Hey Babs,
What's up?
just so you know, that start of James's comment there was exactly how you sounded for the entire drive.
Oh, where you just kind of like I and then broke up.
Yep.
Yeah.
But with the strange, metallic-y sound along with it.
Interesting. I wonder why. But yeah, you broke up there, James. So that was the why.
For those that
He's
are
too busy
watching,
hitting like and subscribe.
yeah. Sorry, I'm texting Sarah. She's.
Oh, did we scare you away, James? No.
Hi, Sarah.
I don't think she's watching. She was in the emergency room, then the hospital, and they keep they won't let her sleep every hour. Like they have to come in every hour and check on her.
What the fuck happened?
I have no idea. She has shortness of breath and stuff, but I don't know. I'm weird to to the point where if you're in the hospital and stuff like that, you're fine. You're in good hands, kind of thing. But I haven't seen her. Shit. Hold on.
People die in the hospital all the time. I'm just saying.
Wow, way to cheer him up, dude.
Well, no, I have a weird thing about if you get hurt or anything, you're in the hospital, you're fine. My brain just goes, I'm not gonna worry about you, kind of thing. I'm not gonna stress out.
You can't do much more than that.
Does the hospital ever call 911?
Well, only whenever there's I can only assume whenever they need to restrain somebody or take somebody away versus
Or
healing.
if you have something that they can't handle there, they will call an ambulance to take you somewhere else.
Well, that's like the emergency.
That, though, do they?
No, they probably just have a direct. In fact, they probably have their own ambulances ready to go.
Or they use the ham radio.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Yes, the quote ham quote radio.
Emergency channels only.
See, no one's gonna get that reference. I sent an email off to my local net and asked them something, and the guy replied back with quote ham radio quote end quote all in caps, and I didn't know what that meant. And so I sent it to IoT going, am I missing something here?
Like, is he talking in code?
I literally thought maybe maybe ham radio is or amateur radio, a subset of amateur radio is ham radio, and there's so much more, and they don't want it to be considered hams. No, it's the same fucking thing. So I don't get the clue.
It was just a guy being retarded. I mean, keep in mind that a lot of hams are 40-year-old virgins who live in their mom's basement, and that just is what it
is. Is it me or is Super Mega Cow like talking really slow? I wasn't making fun of you there.
If they were
No, my internet's going shit. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm drinking now too, by the way. I've just opened a jar of apple pie moonshine. That all
sounded good.
Okay, so apparently my internet is so shitty that anytime I search something, because I was looking for that stupid meme about I'm about to go ham, go home and masturbate. Anyways, so that's why I was so stuttering when I was loading up that Google page.
Once you go ham, you never go back?
I guess. Anyways, sorry, Super Mega Cow, what were you saying? You were breaking up.
Oh, I forget, dude. Short-term memory loss.
That's like me. Like, what? My mouth just opened and words came out. I don't remember.
You don't
even when my ham radio license expires. It's got to be coming.
Wait, those things expire?
I'm going to look. Yeah, you got to re-up them every 10 years.
Wait, really? It's 10 years? I thought it was shorter.
Yeah.
Well, at least it's
okay,
10 years.
I'm good until 2020.
Well, you're good for another year.
I'm good for another year, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna shoot for 20. So I'll remember just every 10 years. 2020, 2010. 2030.
I got mine in well, it would have been 2000. I think.
The
first time, yeah. When I originally got it, it would have been 2000 because I've already done one new old.
Alright, my internet is going shit again.
General.
when you're the 10
I think it does, but I think I waited until the very last second to do it.
Oh, so when you decided to renew it, you're like, fuck it, I'll get the general. How much harder was the general for you?
I failed it the first time.
Oh.
So yeah.
General can save money on car insurance. Did you know that?
That's the general. I'm looking to see. Yeah, actually, my license was issued 6/28 of 2000, and then it was renewed at 4/13 of 2010. So I was really right there. And so 6/28/2000. So let me see if it expires at 6/28. Back. It does.
Someone was gonna ask a question, and I just kept talking anyways. What was that?
Shit.
Is
Speaking
that
of
you,
questions,
Pirate?
I don't know. My internet has been going in and out, so sorry for the YouTubers. If anything, I was gonna say I don't know what just happened. Just the whole, I guess, different drunk level just hit me, and I'm like, whoa.
Level 2 attained.
Pretty much.
So yeah.
Achievement unlocked.
Remember to drink responsibly.
Please drink responsibly. I'm at home, not doing shit. Just a whole bunch
soldering
of
with
shit.
it really hot.
It's at least on the other side. And I'm starting to get annoyed that I did the stupid thing of like putting all the LEDs in the very like just there. And all the little legs are everywhere, and I wish I could pick them up. But if I pick them up with a magnet, I'll get the LEDs too. Anywho.
You know, if you'd done one on each corner of the star as well, you could stop wobbling on the desk as well. Just saying.
Yeah,
everybody was certainly not kung fu fighting. I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
Now
well, I guess I'm still an amateur because, you know, fuck it.
No, I just thought of it. It wasn't something that was like calling you out on. I just thought of it as I said it.
Yeah. Oh, wait, well, sorry, what was your suggestion?
Put one on each point of the star. That way it stays balanced when you're soldering it. Because right now you've got a ton on one end and it's tipping. If you put one on each corner of the star, it stays level.
Yeah.
Who was it? The guy who did it's like JW whatever guy. When he made his badge, the whole point was that you put everything, all LEDs on at once, in terms of putting it to the through hole. That way, when you flip it over, it's completely balanced. So maybe if you put all the LEDs.
Yeah, but if he just does the corner ones at the start, it'll be the same.
Logic.
Yeah.
Well,
So he had a circle, so I guess that's why it made more sense to put them all.
Yes.
So, but like on this one,
if IntPirate ends up with a circle on this, he's done a really good job.
Not really. If anything, the top part is what's the difficult part, because if you flatten them out, they kind of overlap each other. But once you start going towards the bottom, they get out of the way. So I don't know. I'm drunk. Mission accomplished.
Dream lost.
Code Sarah.
I'm actually getting there. No lie.
Really? Already?
I haven't had
I
dinner
mean, I guess
yet.
you started this a while ago. I was driving most of that time.
Yeah, actually, let me see if I could text my brother to make me something in the oven.
Put a bun in the oven.
No, I don't.
No, don't.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do child support or babysit for 18 years.
I want to know why. What?
I'm sorry, you broke up. I couldn't hear what.
I don't think
my YouTube just died too.
so did mine.
I have shitty internet.
Yeah.
Like my voice communication telling me I have shitty connection.
Yep. Half cut. Half wasted.
Yeah, if anything, it's hitting me hard right now, so yeah.
Alright, so do we finish this DrunkerBoxes part?
Probably.
And never mind, he's going to bed because he has work in the morning. Never mind. Alright, hold on. I'll be right back. Let's see if I can make something, because, yeah.
Okay.
I want to turn your iron off.
Already did. Thanks.
There it is.
I love that thing.
The worst is everyone watching this stream can still hear us.
It depends. I've listened to the stream before, and you couldn't, and I can't remember if that was pirate or not. That you can mute the audio.
Okay.
Who's muting what?
You can make it so that when you show the streaming or the "we'll be right back," it mutes everyone else. And I think Pirate's the only one that actually uses this successfully, and that's what it does. It stops. Like I could never hear a conversation on YouTube when he had that on there.
My YouTube is really far behind, so I was totally lost.
Oh yeah, he just did the "we'll be right back." It's really blurry. So I don't know if that's my internet second.
No, it's blurry.
Oh,
blurry on mine too.
It just went down to 144p on my computer. There we go. I made it
paid $1.44 for this.
Yeah, it's 144 on me as well. Any of you guys use Repetier on your Macs? Or do you all use Cura?
I use Slicer.
No. And no. I use Slicer.
Yeah, I use Slicer, but Slicer's Repetier uses either Slicer or Cura's slicing engine. So Repetier is like, do you guys print directly wired to machine or wireless or by SD card or via Octoprint?
Octoprint.
Okay. Do you use Slicer on a Mac?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have in the past, but I have difficult times getting a hold of the software.
Okay. Because I'm just transitioning off my Windows machine to the iMac that I got, and I'm looking at Slicer. I just transferred all the settings for my printer.
Just put Linux on it, man.
What?
Just put Linux on it.
I'm going to put Octoprint on connected to my Pi. I just wanted to see whether anyone had any luck with Slicer or the Mac, that was all. If they found it reliable.
Put some fucking Ubuntu on your iMac. I'm telling you, it's beautiful.
Yeah, but then I lose some of the features I wanted from the Mac software, so.
Like proprietary features?
FaceTime and
Oh, I don't get it.
I have family in the UK, remember? Family and friends in the UK.
Why does it have to be FaceTime? There's so many options for voice chat.
Because they're all iOS devices as well.
Oh, it makes me so nutty.
Wait, why?
Because, like, it just, I don't understand, like...
People using the technology they have?
It's like the segmenting the market. Like, you can only use these things that everybody has with other people that has this particular brand or something. Like, I
get it, but it also sounds like they all have it.
Yeah, and we didn't all choose to. It just everyone chose independently, and we used to use Skype and stuff like that. But we found that iMessage and especially like text messaging in the UK and stuff like that, and FaceTime is definitely better than Skype. So
well, and then it's like even my grandma could figure out how to answer a FaceTime.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like
I sent my mum my old iPad, and she's using that now.
Although I will admit, my grandma didn't quite get that there was. She would forget there's video and then just start holding the phone like a normal phone. Yeah, don't everyone go all quiet or anything.
Boobs.
All right. I think I'm going to have to call it quits.
Tell your boob story again, Bab. We need something to talk about.
What, the 20-minute side boob story?
Wait, there's a side boob story?
Wait, side boob story?
Or is
it's
it a boob side story?
That has
it's a boob side story, not a side
technically.
boob story, yes.
Yeah.
For some reason, I had it in my head as a side boob story, and I'm like,
I could now tell it without taking 20 minutes. There once was a guy who said his name was Bob, and then he clarified that it's Bob with one O.
That was the only person in the room that got the joke.
And
I was the only person. Well, I was the only person who started laughing like a jackass.
Were you the only person in the room with boobs?
No, I was not.
Oh, interesting.
This wasn't.
Okay, you kind of just made an assumption there that she had boobs.
Are you saying Babs is flat-chested?
No, I'm just saying that you were assuming.
Well,
okay, no, this is getting weird. Just stop.
I was trying to think of how
focused conversations about your boobs.
Yeah, we can talk about the boob story. That's fine, but
no, what I think she's uncomfortable is we're talking about her boobs as if she's not listening.
I know. It sounds like a side bet, not to be confused with a side boob.
Someone rescue this conversation.
We're doing it on purpose.
Dang it, James isn't around when you need him. You're the one that usually rescues these conversations.
He's off fapping. He's like, this is getting good.
Okay.
I don't even know. I don't know where to begin.
Like, there's no saving this. There's just not. Any attempt to save it just gets destroyed again.
I hope Pirate's doing Tortino pizza rolls.
Ooh.
Yeah, I hope he's doing okay considering he said he's getting code Sarah.
Right. He'll never come back. The stream will be on hold all night, and he'll be passing.
You know what? We are yelling shot a whole lot less compared to his first one.
True.
Yeah, and his glass is half full or half empty on his screen right now. It's frozen. Oh no, is that because I paused the damn thing? Stupid.
You paused the damn thing.
Oh yeah, there we go. Holy crap. All right, that's an indication it's definitely time for me to go because I have an early start to head to the mountain tomorrow. No, didn't make it up last week. Didn't make it up the last weekend.
Try to do the snow?
Yeah. We didn't make it last weekend.
You have to be worried about oh man, words. Do you have to worry about being blocked, snowed in? God, what is it? Are they going to close the path? You have to worry about that?
Not this weekend, no. They did. We postponed the Saturday trip to Sunday, and then on Sunday morning, my wife saw that chain control was in effect over the pass, which usually adds about an hour and a half to the journey. So she didn't really want to do it, so we didn't. And then we normally leave generally around 2 o'clock to come home, and at 2:30 they shut the pass, and they didn't open it again until Monday.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what happens to all the people on the other side of the pass? Like, what do they?
They get stuck. They sleep in their cars.
Oh.
Or Caltrans sends out tracked vehicles to rescue them.
Sounds cold.
Yeah, there was a family of 7 trapped in a vehicle overnight. So, yeah, we checked the weather. We checked the weather and roads and stuff before we leave to make sure that we're not going to do too badly. But when we got up on Sunday morning, we checked. Not Sunday morning, on Monday morning, we checked the Caltrans cameras for Kingvale, and you could only see about 6 inches of the barrier above the snow. And normally the barrier top is about 5 feet off the ground.
That sounds completely passable in the right shoes and gear.
Yeah, it's not the amount of snow, it's the steepness of the grade. Because it's the Donna Pass. It's basically a 20% or a 25% grade after that.
Wow.
So it's pretty steep. It doesn't. They don't like it when you go up when it's snowing up there. They close it for safety. So
which is understandable.
It's a pretty.
People are stupid.
What?
Which is understandable because people are stupid.
Yeah. California drivers generally don't know how to drive at anything.
Yeah, sun with no rain.
Yeah, yes. Houston was shut down for an inch of snow because we don't forgot. Yeah, we can't drive in snow.
All right. Well, it's been a pleasure. I'm going to say adios.
Adios.
Okey-dokey.
And I'll catch you guys on the next one.
It's not a very British thing to say, adios. It's more of a Mexican thing to say.
All right, cheerio, toodle pip.
There you go. Now you
Thank
just earned
you.
some of it back there.
Yep. Adios,
Bye.
amigo.
Bye.
Hasta luego, Nacho.
Although I have to admit, it is pretty hilarious to hear someone from Ohio try to speak Spanish too.
Seriously, it's that bad?
You
No,
all
it's
sound the
just
same.
funny.
No offense.
I mean, I can't speak Spanish, so I can't say anything.
I mean, I took a year of Spanish and 2 years of French.
I
Like,
can
the important thing is you
I-
tried.
Yes.
¿Dónde está el baño?
You know, that's all we ask.
Con Julio.
There we go.
Is Don Julio.
I am Con Julio. I need tippy for my bunghole.
Yeah, that show must have been like before my time or something because I just don't get it.
Oh my god.
Man.
I wouldn't have made it through junior high had it not been for that show.
I don't get it.
Were you
I
stoned
don't.
or not?
To me, it's like there's
I
not.
just
It's not.
don't
It's,
get it.
It was the birth of dick jokes and like internet porn and masturbatory conversation. I mean, it was just, it was it's a fixture of the time period.
I guess.
Whoa, what?
I mean,
Oh wow, Babs, your shit just fell apart.
hold on.
I thought that was.
It sounds like you're purring.
Get your cat off the mic.
Yeah, your cat's butthole was on the microphone. Damn, she didn't hear that.
Shit. Fell off.
She'll be back.
Yeah. Any users?
Isn't it time for you to do a shot again?
Dude, I am practically Code Sarah.
He had code Sarah, by the way.
You're still jacked up, Babs. Close and reopen the app.
Once you started, like, stuttering, I really thought it was my shit internet at that time. I was like, God damn it, not again.
Nope, that's her. We'll see if the app refresh does it. If not, the next comment will be reboot your shit.
Reboot your router, yeah. Num num num. Alright. And the last shot or whatever this is left. Because this shit's hitting me hard all late and shit. Wait, are you drinking?
Oh yeah.
Good.
Apple pie moonshine.
Did you buy it at the store?
No, I make it.
Okay. That's one of my biggest pet peeves when people say they bought moonshine at the store.
That
It
ain't
makes me
moonshine.
want to shake a baby.
Yeah.
Okay, how's that? Is that any better?
Oh yeah.
That's much better. I mean, there's nothing wrong with buying moonshine, but
That's not
it's not
buy it
real
at the store
moonshine.
legally.
It's not
It,
moonshine
uh,
if you buy it. Like from the
Moonshine is
store.
not a type of liquor. Moonshine is illegal liquor.
Yep.
I like a white whiskey. Let's put it that way. So yes, I have a combination when I make my apple pie. Sometimes I use commercial product, sometimes I use non-commercial product, but all the time it's white whiskey.
Anyways, did I miss anything while I was gone?
Nope. We were just talking about Bab's boobs and she got uncomfortable.
And then she.
Yeah, thanks for that callback.
You're right.
And then she flipped her lag switch, right?
No, I mean, she likes it secretly. I mean, who wouldn't like, to be the focus of attention?
Depends what kind.
Introverts, especially babbling one.
Babbling focuses, yeah.
Pretty much the ones anybody in this chat or Discord. I have to say, I'm for once like that. All the LEDs are flush straight on the board. Versus the other one where you had to be a 1/4 inch off the board. Fuck that.
Oh, I don't like those designs when they make it elevate. That's just annoying. Unless they supply you with the little standoffs.
Agree. Since nobody's chatting. How is it do I make any 30-minute soldering project into a 4-hour thing?
Wait, why do you keep futzing with the Discord size?
Fuck it, I don't know. So y'all can see more of what I'm doing, but at the same time, it's like I'm not even showing you what I'm doing.
I mean, we can see the effects of what you're doing.
Yeah. Which is drunkenly putting the LEDs through the hole. Shut up. Yes, I slightly burned myself. Slight.
It's not a pencil soldering iron.
Now that one, shit.
I must have missed it. Did you brush up against the soldering iron?
My pinky.
And then yet, it's still right there next to your hand.
It was by accident. Well, like, let's see. That one there.
Oh, hey, from Moldavia.
Was from last time. Hey, what's up? And I don't even remember feeling it the other time, so.
That was the one where you did it with the solder itself?
That's when I had the solder on my left side, and the next day at work, I brushed up my arm, and then I felt something just bump, and it kind of burned. Like, the fuck is that? And I look at it, and it was like a burn. It's like, the fuck? And it's like, oh, I might have burned myself during. But
it's always fun when you brush the iron and your skin turns brown, but it doesn't actually burn you. It's like,
yeah,
just cooks it a little.
Yeah.
It blistered too, and but not as much as my. I forget where it was, the finger or my thumb. Last time, once I was starting to clean up, and after I turned off the stream, I burned myself. But that was like leftover solder.
That was the one where we were like, "Can you please move the soldering iron away from the paper towel?"
Yeah.
I knew as soon as I heard the scream, you burned yourself with a soldering iron.
Yeah, but it wasn't during the stream, so that doesn't count.
If I had a nickel for every soldering iron burn I'd ever had, man.
I'd have about $1.50.
Yeah, I burned the shit out of myself. I was actually soldering above my head one time. I don't remember what it was on. Some kind of wire above my head in the ceiling. And I was using a 100-watt gun. The blob of solder that was so big dripped, landed on my wrist at the intersection of my hand and my arm, and left such a mark that then later turned into a wart and was there for years and then eventually finally went away. All from a soldering burn, from a drip.
Ouch.
Ow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I took a welding class in college, I'm like, I'm gonna focus and be super careful and not get burned from anything, and especially the random sparks that come out. I was doing stick welding. Yeah, no, took me about 2 weeks.
I set my deck on fire welding once. Had to call the fire department.
Oh shit!
Whoa. When they say, "What happened here?" How did you explain it?
Well, so what had happened was I had one of those metal chimeneas, and it had developed a crack. So I decided that I would weld the crack and repair it. So I'd go out on the deck. This is a ground level wooden deck, and it's been there forever, and I'm not thinking twice about it having any kind of a fire risk. So I set up the welder, and I set up the chimney, and I
Like,
put a
what would
Vita-
one spark do? And then they normally go
it's
out
like, it's
quick.
not a big deal. So I set it up, I weld it. It comes out great. I put everything away. I go in the house. I'm on the computer. 30 minutes later, I go back outside to do something, and the deck's on fire.
Oh my god.
Shit.
There's flames shooting up, licking my propane tank. The kid's bike's on fire. I mean, it's fully...
So how many oh fucks did you say before you called the fire department?
It was just one quick oh fuck as I ran and grabbed the propane tank.
Which I guess if it was that close to the tank, you're lucky you didn't burn your hand.
Yeah. Well, and I'm talking like flames were like 4 feet high. I mean, they were pretty good. And I grabbed the hose and I started hosing things down. And that's when I thought to myself, I should call the fire department because it's really close to the house. And I wanted to make sure I didn't have like fire licking up the wall because they got FLIR cameras and shit. So they come out, the truck rolls up, they're laughing their asses off. Yeah. It was funny. I eventually tore that deck out.
Your deck's all burnt and
Well,
now.
so here's the thing. So when the dumbass built the deck,
Oh, and this other dumbass.
yeah, the dumbass that built the deck, he decided to use weed block under the deck. Well, rather than putting plastic down like a normal son of a bitch would, he used the fabric shit. So what happened is all of these years of debris falling underneath, leaves decaying and all that shit falling through the cracks of the wood on the deck, accumulating on essentially what's char cloth. One spark hit it and the whole thing just went up, and I had no idea it was even burning.
Okay, so the deck didn't really catch on fire. It was what's underneath it.
It was the cloth weed block underneath caught fire, but yeah, it burned through the wood. I mean, the fire was 15 feet away from where I was welding because it had literally just, the whole stud cavity essentially just went up.
Damn.
Yeah.
I guess it's good you noticed that.
Oh, it's really lucky I noticed that, or I'd have lost half the friggin' house. Especially had that propane tank gone.
Oh, God.
Would have been like a bomb. What
Someone
happened
else
to Josh's
definitely would have
house? All
called the
just a
fire
mushroom
department after
cloud.
that.
Yeah. Then there would have been multiple oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
I mean, a good insurance fire could have went a long way, but that one was probably pushing.
And at that point, they were like, "Are you sure you weren't trying to do arson? Insurance fraud?"
Are you sure you weren't trying to do arson? Just the way you phrased that sounds dirty. Were you trying to do arson?
I did an arson. It was a little arson.
I know, right? It was a tight arson.
Look, I am a pyromaniac, but that doesn't mean that I will burn my house.
In Indiana, a city is selling $1 homes to save itself from decay. Here's what you can get for the money. Hey, $1's not a bad deal.
I'll buy a house for $1.
That's what I'm saying. I could buy a bunch.
So how does property tax work on something?
Oh, it's Gary, Indiana. Never mind.
Yeah. My mom grew up there.
I mean,
wait, how bad is it?
You could rack up some serious low-income rentals for that.
I'm
about to say, you don't have to
selling
go.
the house for $1. There's no rentals.
And the rental is going to be as much as the mortgage, which would be what?
Guys, you're looking at this all wrong. You buy the houses and you sell the meth. You make your money on the
right.
You make the money based on your.
No short side of us.
They're amateurs. That's all I'm saying. They're amateurs.
Jeez.
Look, I don't even bought my own first house yet. So.
Didn't you guys see Breaking Bad? Come on.
We learned not to buy cocaine, or
there wasn't even cocaine on that show.
I know meth.
So no, you didn't see Breaking Bad. Got it.
I watched it.
That was one of those shows where the very first episode, you'll either love it or hate it. And after watching the first episode, I'm like, oh my god, I need to watch this series. It's just so. I was so worried. So most TV shows, this is what they did right about that TV show. Most TV shows, they would have done that first episode, and then the rest of the fucking series, or at least a couple seasons, would be how did he get to that point? They would have just done this big, all annoying, forever backstory leading up to that point. And you're like, how did it happen? And instead, it wasn't. It was like, yeah, they did some preamble of how he got there, but that wasn't what the whole first season was about.
Yeah, see, you need to watch the movie, the Breaking Bad movie that was done, the fan film. It really paints a good picture.
You know, they actually did a Spanish version, different actors and everything, but in Spanish.
Wow.
They like reshot everything.
Oh no, the same scenes and everything.
Oh, they just dubbed.
No, with different actors, but in Spanish. And now I could be completely wrong because I haven't watched the whole thing.
El Heisenberg.
El Heisenberg. I've seen one where like it was like halfway season in, and I remember the exact same scene and did the exact same thing, but it was different actors, Spanish actors and everything, but in Spanish. Now I didn't watch the whole thing or double check that it was all real, so I was surprised that was actually done. It could have been fan base. Anyways, ignore me. I'm going back to soldering.
We're watching.
I know. I'm babbling on.
What's that, when you're done soldering, you have to stop soldering, but what's that pin that's upside down right next to your solder sucker?
Oh, this one? Toys for Tots. Which, thanks for reminding me. I need I'm gonna see if I can just desolder the pin holder thingies. What was I?
Like
okay, this is kind of funny.
A butane torch they're probably brazed on.
Say again?
Use a butane torch, something that can get a little hotter than your soldering iron, because they're probably like brazed on with brass.
Probably. It looks gold plated though. Or cheap gold metal kind of thingy.
So how would you like to be a key pioneer of like quantum mechanics?
I know.
Just because your last name is Heisenberg, people post a bunch of Breaking Bad photos.
Right? Isn't that hilarious?
He was a chemist or something, right?
A physicist.
Yeah.
This is a theoretical physicist and one of the key pioneers of quantum mechanics.
I forgot what.
I thought you.
The way that they linked them is like the reason why he picked Heisenberg.
I don't know. I don't remember, honestly. I remember there really was a Heisenberg, but I don't know if it was that guy and he did something related.
No, probably. I forget what it was, but they did mention in the show, it was like, why did he pick that handle? And then it's like, well, it's kind of obvious because, you know, smart guy. I forgot what it was. Not gonna bullshit at this point. I'm drunk.
Code Sarah.
Damn right. That's why I have a bowl of rice next to me.
So are you guys bumping uglies or what?
No.
No? Alright. No chance of that?
No.
Oh.
So there's at least a chance. Got it.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Because she didn't answer either, which, you know, was
Well,
interesting.
she's in the hospital now, so.
No, she didn't answer the other week when I asked it either.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Like it was casually avoided.
That's right.
Like, she didn't want to say no. She didn't say yeah. It's like I can neither confirm
no,
nor
she did
deny.
answer, and then you try to keep asking about it, and she just continued not to answer.
You gotta play the game. Gotta have a little fun with it.
That's what you need.
I'm just so glad he got those flush cutters.
Right.
before, that's these ugly son of a bitch. Wait, I don't even know where they were. There they are.
And the giant dikes.
But I could cut more. No,
about once a year, I start.
Yeah, it's like those are just wrong.
Yeah. Sorry.
I forgot how big they were.
Sorry, Kyle. What were we saying? Once a year, what?
Oh, there's nothing. I was just saying that once a year, I try to use jQuery, and once a year, I have to sit here and go, "What the fuck is this not working for?"
Yeah, I've been playing with jQuery a little bit inside of Node with Electron.
Yeah.
How's that
It
going?
makes me want to just blow my head up.
Are you trying to do your asset management thing?
Yeah, I am.
Is it going well?
It's going slowly. I mean, I've got some basic MySQL stuff working in Node. It's still disgusting.
Parameterized queries?
Not that deep yet. The only thing I've got it doing is I've got it to where it'll connect to MySQL, it'll hit a table, and it'll fetch a list of device names, and then it'll give it to me in a drop-down box. So that's it's a full interaction, but that's as far as I've taken it. So I need to build on that now.
I'm having a problem with the accordion, where it's supposed to be the header and then the div, header div, header div, and you click on the headers, it folds the accordion. It's tough to say.
It's an accordion.
But for some reason, it's like removing one of the headers completely, and it's folding when you click on the div.
I'm so glad I don't have to deal with it.
Yeah, it's.
Who's
I liked
Alejandro?
it.
Is that one of your dudes? Pirate? Someone else just posted in chat, in YouTube chat.
Is that recent?
Yeah,
I
it
know
says,
who it
hi,
is.
don't do it.
Do what?
Probably said that 2 hours ago.
No, I just saw it.
Something incredible just happened.
Oh.
What happened?
Ah, damn it, I can't do this. Never mind. I opened my beer.
That sounds incredible,
Now you have to finish it.
So I've been cleaning my house while listening and kind of watching on TV. And I swore I thought somebody was clipping their nails the entire time. And that finally it was the leads from the LED.
I cut my fingernails if you like. If that's what you like. Just saying.
I think this is the first DrunkerBoxes we've had people eating ramen on.
Anyways, Alejandro Campos said, well, on the other Discord, he said he was gonna blow his head off. Who mentioned blowing his head off? Oh, the jQuery thing?
What?
jQuery, yeah.
What are you talking about?
Got it.
Blowing his head off because he was doing Node.
Yeah.
Friends don't let friends know JS.
I don't know. I enjoy it. I'm doing it right now.
You can't get excited about JavaScript.
It's so interesting to me.
Yeah.
It's such a weird beast.
Yep.
No,
Well,
I
don't
can't
know.
do it for too long because it's expensive getting all these haircuts and having these man bun snip. They just grow so much faster when you use JavaScript.
That was great. Thank you for that.
Because the orientation of these LEDs constantly change as we keep going along.
The more you drink, yeah.
And the more I drink.
Are the LEDs themselves self-flashing or
Yes.
or the color?
They're self-flashing.
Okay.
Which I need to figure out how they just able to change colors.
There's just little tiny chips.
Yeah, it's multiple LEDs inside of one epoxy, and they've got some sort of probably a transistor-driven circuit in there. Like a multi-vibrator.
Yeah.
Don't be so dirty, man. It's monostable.
If you can't be astable, be monostable.
Yeah. Oh, that
That's
shit
right.
just went over my head.
Yeah, let's break out a dual JK flip flop.
Anyways,
With an
those are
optional
modes
wrist.
on a 555 pirate.
Oh, okay. Was I heard flip flop was like, fuck. What was that word he used? What was it called?
Oh, it's buggers.
I wanted to say it, but I forgot what you said, the way you said it.
They don't look self-flashing.
Well, it's not on yet. I have like 2 more LEDs to put in, and then the
A fuck ton of soldering.
not really.
Well, have you been doing them as you go?
Well, I'm extremely drunk or stupid. I have 2 LEDs left over.
They might have
Does
given
it
you
have to
that
be
idea.
mutually exclusive?
I promise you, it's only one of those 2 things.
Shit. Alright. I just got the bottom part left. And I can finally do this. Oh, yeah.
I have to admit, I didn't understand why you took the chip out and decided to solder the rest of the LEDs in.
To not burn it or something. Isn't
It's so
the
satisfying to watch you take that magnet.
I'm not saying it's a bad idea.
Yes,
It just-
I was
it-
like,
just caught my
oh
eye.
yes, it's clean again. I mentioned earlier this like it was
I want that.
the magnet. Everybody does. It's like it's just a simple magnet on a flashlight. I was gonna say,
I looked at those on Amazon. It's just all the flashlights look kind of shitty, and at a reasonable price point.
just
And
go to
look
a
like they're
conference. Just go to a conference where they give out free stuff. Somebody.
I've never gotten a free. I got in a Frogger game. I have not gotten a flashlight with.
Just throw that flux pen away.
No, it actually helps a lot.
Go buy some sticky flux and get rid of that flux pen. I'm having like Radio Shack 1984 flashbacks every time you use that.
I even walked around Fry's looking for sticky flux. I was like, nope, they have regular flux.
No, I actually picked some up at Fry's. Fry's is weird. Sometimes when they run out of stuff, they just like it just stays not there for a while. At least my Fry's does.
Now mine's dying slowly.
So the fries near my house, they don't actually say sticky flux on it. You just have to know that it's the Chip Quick 291.
Oh, okay. I was literally looking for sticky flux written on it.
Yeah, I was surprised because like when I looked at it, I'm like, well, is this the sticky kind? Because all it says is 291D or something. It doesn't. I mean, it's like, okay, what's this?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I think my thing was, oh, that looks like the tub that I forget who had some. That's what I'm gonna buy, and it was also the only one they had.
Oh, you're talking about the like it comes in a white tub.
Yeah, a
that
little
stuff?
tub.
Okay, I'm talking about the surface mount type. It comes in a little syringe, and then you can just like, yeah. But that the tub stuff's like way cheaper.
Yeah, I didn't like
This thing?
working with it. Oh wait, I think it was you who had a giant tub of flux, and you just kept jabbing your poor soldering iron in it every time.
No, he had the tit tenor, which is a cleaning.
Well,
No, he had both. I thought.
He had both.
yeah, I have this one and that one. I guess it is the sticky flux. I'm not using it properly, I guess.
I don't know. I didn't. It kind of got everywhere because I don't know what I'm doing, and then I didn't like it.
You were obsessing over the fact that it was getting everywhere, and that was funny.
It's just like lube. You just wash it off.
It did. Well, after watching that one video from that one guy who says don't buy it on eBay, I did buy it on eBay.
Yeah, I know, right?
Sorry, I mean Amazon. Yeah, I think that's the one. I have it. I never even used it somewhere. That would actually probably work better because I can direct where it's going a lot easier.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. If you like, it comes with a little needle nose, so that's great for small stuff. Or you just take that off, and then it's like a big. You can just splooge it all over.
That's what IoT
That
did
is
when
light.
he was doing the U2F thing.
Yeah.
Freaking everywhere.
Yeah. Well, you figure you're gonna clean the board anyway, and it's gonna burn off.
I think you were thinking you didn't really care what happened to the board because you also put this solder everywhere too.
Yeah, but it worked out really well.
Did you
I think
ever
it-
actually getting that work though? Like did it
No.
work?
I had
You,
no intention of getting it to work. That was just a soldering exercise.
The which one? The tiny one?
A little security key.
It's like the UV like thing.
The UTF-0.
I must not remember that one.
Well, you've got this drinking problem, so.
I do. I'm not ready to address it yet.
Well, I think the only problem is that you're out.
Well, my problem is that I stopped drinking right now. But it's always midnight, like always.
Are you holding onto the leads a little bit so that they don't fly off?
Yeah, but I'm guessing I'm pressing too hard because they stick to my finger.
I mean, that's still better than
Acupuncture.
flying into your eye.
That is true.
So I finished that jar of moonshine for the record.
Woo!
Congratulations. How many more jars do you have left?
5 or 6. I made 5 gallons of it, so I drank a lot.
Damn.
You're my hero.
It'll put hair in places you didn't know hair could grow, man. Just ask to
Hair on
say.
your fingernails?
Yes. Everybody's like, I want some.
Does sound good.
Okay, plug it in already. We want to see it work.
No, because I'm annoyed with the long, semi-long LEDs.
That's make it. You can make it look pretty later.
No. No, because I won't do it when I'm sober. I'll be like, that was drunk me.
He's got the beer goggles on right now. This is the time.
Is this time for what?
Time to test it.
Yeah. So, awesome kit. I got 3 extra LEDs.
So how many LEDs will be reverse polarity?
Good question. Maybe that's why they give you extra.
3 LEDs extra? You'll have 4 reversed LEDs.
Knowing my luck, yeah. And yes, this is super satisfying cleaning off the mat. Anyways. Alright. Huh? How am
This is
I
the magnet that is pretty slick.
Alright, just for y'all's enjoyment, I'm about to plug it in.
Well, you might want to put the chip back in it first.
I did.
Okay. Stick it in the hole.
Do it gently.
It puts the lotion on its skin or it gets the hose again.
Yes!
It's dead. It doesn't work.
Wait for it.
Oh damn!
Fucking
Zero.
dude.
Alright, so here's what I'm going to say. There's no... No, I don't want to say that there's no way. I don't believe that those are internally flashing LEDs because that's too patterny. There's no way that micro's doing that.
Look at the Amazon kit. It does show the schematic.
I wonder, is it using the same thing that NeoPixels do? Like, is it like that TLC 5940 knockoff?
Well, they were only 2-pin LEDs, weren't they?
Yeah, where's data coming from?
True.
Well, I think that it's just the way that it's wired to the micro.
Yeah, how many? I wonder how. Oh, you know what?
Okay,
You may be right.
do you have a coin cell battery? And can you just stick
Yes.
the LED and
Power
turn
one
on?
up.
What would that
You're right. Maybe just supplying voltage to certain ones, and then they flash in their own color pattern.
Okay,
Right.
so here, let me turn off this
But it's
light.
too rhythmic. It's chasing and doing everything.
Yeah,
else.
no,
Those are
yeah, it's-
individually being signaled.
That's the
or
weird
being
part.
signaled in groups.
That's the weird part, because whenever I was looking at, holy shit, this one's really restless.
That's probably what it is. They're probably signaling them in groups. Where it's like, leg segment number 1, leg segment number 2, and they tie all the segments together.
Oh, maybe they're Charlie plexed.
That could be too.
So
I don't know a lot
I'm
about
using
how-
the
diode test,
yeah, and
it's doing shit.
yeah. So see how it's like red, green, blue, and then
So for them to do that, for what we just demonstrated, man, they've got to be doing some serious signal manipulation.
so
They are
if I
using
like,
LEDs that have a flashing pattern, and they're just turning this pattern, the LEDs on and off to control the overall effect.
Right, because
So
I was
is
seeing
there-
like stars
Can-
lighting up and
Can,
everything else.
can it be something like, is there not enough voltage to make the LED go on, but there's enough voltage to make whatever circuitry is going on go to the next step? You just can't see it because it's off. Does that make sense? Like, how would you? They clearly don't have data on it.
No data.
It could be that the chip, that the built-in IC has different states, and part of their patterns is advancing it to the next state.
Yeah.
But how does if the LED itself is pretty dumb? So how do you make it force it to a state that you want?
Maybe it's not
Just voltage.
dumb.
is it? No, I'm completely stupid on all this, but like, couldn't it? Because the way that I saw the other one, just with the diodes, could it be just with the heat, and then going by red is really hot, and then the blue is, or the green is less, requires less voltage of whatever, and it cools off, and then goes down to blue, which requires less amperage, and then so forth, or something stupid like that?
You're on drugs. You
Yeah.
shouldn't drink anymore.
That's why I
Yeah,
stopped.
looking at the schematic, there's 22 groups of 2 LEDs.
There
So
we
the
go.
micro is, controlling the pattern on the star, but the LEDs
Yeah.
themselves are controlling the color.
Right. So it's based
how
on the
does
group.
But it like skips a color.
I think.
How does the
I
LED
think they,
go from?
guys, they just are being very clever with their code.
Yeah.
Which
How,
is
what
very
can
surprising.
the code do?
Yeah, they're
besides-
playing software games. It's groups of LEDs and they're playing software games. It's cool though.
I believe you. I just don't
For
understand.
example, one of the patterns was like it multicolor chases around. Well, whenever you do multiple or whenever you chase LEDs, you always want to like turn on the before and after LEDs
Yeah.
while your middle LED is doing its magic thing so it looks more smooth. Well, in this kit, that's when it's like white and then it goes into the color pattern. So it looks like they're doing multiple things at the same time, but it's just they're being clever about how they time turning them on and off.
Right. When they only lit the tips of the stars, that was the one that caught my eye.
Yep. Yeah, because that's the first thing that it does, right? It just like it probably turns all 3 colors on, and then it does something else. It's really clever. That
I need to study to see how it's actually doing all that, because, yeah, I didn't think it would. Based on how it just looks like everything's wired, it doesn't seem like you can control each individual one.
you don't. They're
No, it's
they're
correct.
only turning on 2 at a time, or they're turning on groups at a time, but
Yeah.
they're doing it with a specific timing so that the built-in color patterns are doing what they expect at a certain time.
Ah, okay. So they're just timing it right.
Yeah, so I think what you could do if you want an exercise for the reader is you could hook one of these up to an Arduino and write some code to change how long you turn it on, and you'll start to see how they made their pattern.
So with the Arduino, you have to use an Arduino, right?
Well, just something where you can control the timing.
I mean, what's the chip you put on there? Is it an AT Mega chip?
No, it's ST Micro with an 8051 core.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you could
But still
reprogram
that
that one.
micros.
Just, you got to get, you got to figure out all the tool chain and everything.
So Alex stated it clearly controls the weather.
It does.
Yeah.
You better leave it plugged in then.
But yeah, you could probably take your little WeMOS thing and have some fun with this.
Yeah, so it depends. I'm a play around before I give it to Sarah as a gift.
Well, I mean, you have the extra LEDs that you could play with too.
Yeah, slap them on a breadboard and play with it.
Yeah, that too.
Does yours have the acrylic shell?
Yes.
Well, why haven't you put it in there yet?
Because I am drunk and I'm putting this shit together.
You shouldn't play with it too long before you put it in, because then it's sort of for everyone.
Then it's going to just get limp and wimpy.
What part? This?
Either that or it's going to just, like, your sticky flux is going to get everywhere and then it's going to be useless.
Oh, yeah. Let me...
Moving on. By the way, congrats on 2 in a row. That's fucking amazing.
It wasn't 2 in a row. It was 1 and then I failed or a late fail and then...
It was mostly working. You just had that one pad.
You have
You did the roulette wheel.
It was successful at the end. That's all that matters.
Yes. So technically,
That was just a dumb mistake because you were tired. Everything else was working.
plus the troubleshooting, even though we did it wrong, was great.
No, I actually learned a lot from that troubleshooting. Yay!
I did pick up another pack of those RF controlled outlets tonight. So, and they were only $9. So 4 RF controlled outlets for $9.
Did you get those on Amazon?
Costco had them. So I picked up a second pack because I want to verify that unit 1, 2, 3, and 4 are addressed the same from, package to package. I'm pretty sure they will be. But I want to verify that.
But then what if they're not? Then hallelujah.
If they're not, I'll shelve it and say, hey, I learned how to reverse engineer this. Screw it, it's not worth it.
See what's the same and see what's different, and it just might be there's X amount of versions of the clicker.
Could be.
There still might be a finite number of addresses. It just might not be. It might be more than 4.
Right.
But
I expect that they're going to be identical. I really do.
Same.
For $10, yeah.
I about to say, yeah. Even if you buy a door locks or anything, the one right next to it or right behind it have the same key as the one in front of it. Like they're all the same. They just expect dilution.
Just that night that we did all that work and captured all that timing and wrote the code and bit-banged it back out and controlled it, that was like the coolest session, the coolest reverse engineering and in coding and making it work that I've ever done. That was a pinnacle event for me.
I about to say, since you did that, I've been trying to find something to hack that way, the same way you did.
And it worked. I mean, it's like, what the hell? And there's still things we can play with on it, playing with the timings, because we literally verbatim cloned the timing of that signaling that was happening. But we saw some patterns that made it look like we could have kind of dumbed it down a little bit and still gotten away with it. So
that was neat. If you do another Drunker box on that, let me
know. Oh, yeah.
I look forward for that one for sure.
Yeah.
And then we want to make it so that, I say we, you're doing all the work here, but the what do you have even just the WeMOS thing, anything that you can put that code on, we could then turn that into an Alexa device.
Oh, hell yeah, we're doing it. It's going to go full circle. There's no doubt about it.
You're trying to figure out the orientation of
Gonna
the.
be one heck of a blog write-up.
Yes. Because they actually, for once, made it smart where there are different sizes, so...
Can't accidentally put it in the wrong spot.
Yeah. Unless you really fuck it up.
Wrong hole.
0110... I forgot what the function... the sequence was, but you understand.
Nice little laser cut box. That's cool.
Okay.
You're not going to peel all that brown tape off first?
Well, not yet. I'm trying to make sure I know what's going through what first, and then put it to the side. The screws, I am sure. Let's see if they fit. No, they don't fit.
Man, I wish I was like smart like James and cleaning my freaking living room while this is going on.
Yeah, I didn't want to, but I thought my friend was coming on Sunday, and he's like, "No, I get there at noon tomorrow." Fuck.
That's pretty much how my place is cleaned. Ah, fuck, someone's coming over. Hold on.
Oh
Sorry
shit!
about the best guys.
I'm starting a party. Shit.
I'm just ready to get divorced just so I can get an apartment that's clean and keep it clean, because there's no way I'm ever going to get this place clean.
Always be knolling.
I know, right? 90-degree angles.
Okay, I think I figured it out. So yeah, when Server got me this, it's like, I don't know, like, I think I got you another one without instructions, because I don't understand, and I don't think it's right, because it came with something brown. It's like, no, that's the case, don't worry about it, it's just the plastic cover.
Oh, did Sarah get you this as a gift?
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Right? And I was gonna, like, I had it on my wish list, because I was gonna get it for her as a gift for another time, either Christmas or birthday or whatever. And then she saw the DrunkerBox wish list that I had for, like, soldering stuff, so I can do this more. She got it, and I was like, oh, whoa, shit.
Yeah, it's pretty cute. She's looking.
Wow, she go wow wow.
So does it feel like military grade PCB?
It's confusing as hell, but yeah, sure, why not? Jess had a good point, it probably does have lead in it.
Well, lead is. I just meant lead on the solder, so they probably finished it with a lead-based solder, and that's what the military always wants.
All the best solder has lead.
Lead is an amazing material. It's a shame it, kills people.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's the same thing with asbestos when, it's a really good insulator, but gives you cancer and shit.
I think it gives you mesothelioma.
Little known fact, that is the most expensive AdWords ad on Google.
Yeah.
Really?
Wait, what?
It literally so on Google AdWords, that is the most expensive keyword. It literally costs lawyers hundreds, if not thousands of dollars every time you click on it.
Oh, hold on. I need to go to Google.
It
How do you spell
costs
this?
lawyers that?
Because there's impressions and click-throughs.
Yeah, the impressions are not that expensive, but clicks it can cost hundreds, if not thousands of dollars.
If the click-through is that much, then the impressions are costing more too, though.
Oh yeah, I'm sure the impressions are really high, but that's not the data I got.
Here, someone help me spell this, because I can't even right now.
How drunk are you?
I'm not drunk, I'm just a bad speller.
Bullshit.
I think it's MESOTHEILIOMI. There's there somewhere.
Get in the fucking hole.
That's what she said.
Wait, what the fuck? This one's not even threaded.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sides?
What?
It's like the inside of it is not threaded.
No way!
God damn it!
I've seen some random shit, but that's interesting.
It's like, why would it go in?
Use more lube.
And I don't have a tapper to tap this.
So, insurance. I guess is the well. Hold on. When is this? When was the date of this article? Man, for some reason I thought like printer would be super high up there.
I was off by orders of magnitude. It's only $75 per click.
That's still pretty crazy.
For
so I guess the
printer?
So
No,
okay.
for lithium, blah blah.
Oh, okay.
So how does that work? So if you click it, they have to pay?
Yep. Every time you click on one of the ads, like on the first two search results for that word, it costs the person that posted it $75.
Huh.
I'm
For the
feeling
click.
in the mood to write a bot.
I think if you click it twice, you still. I don't know if that actually counts or not.
Yeah, you can't just. Yeah, Google won't.
Okay,
Yeah.
I feel the need to write a botnet.
But back in my first job, we had a guy who's in charge of advertising, and then he was super shady, and so they eventually fired him and gave me all his work. But I had no idea what to do, and I was terrified of because the way Google AdWords work is that you can set thresholds, but those thresholds aren't required. So there's actually ways to configure it that you could just be like, oops, because of impressions and clicks, you owe us $1 million now. Here's the bill. Ugh, did not enjoy that at all.
Right.
And then what was crazy is that the guy they hired to actually do that later was just a complete lying ass, and he didn't actually know how to do anything. So I'm a developer, and I'm like, hey, I need to get back to my real world job. Can you please take this over? And he was yelling at me to write him instructions on what I did. I'm like, no, man, I just made it up. I'm not going to tell you to do anything. Like, none of this is going to be on me. And then that's when we found out he didn't actually know how to do Google AdWords either.
He was looking for, all right, how do you do this so I can do it myself?
Yeah, and so when I said I don't really know how to write instructions for this because I don't know what I'm doing, he did this big, like, he took out a pencil and a paper and was like, this is how you fucking write notes, and was like talking to me like I was 2 years old. Oh god, I was so pissed.
Well, in fairness, you are a woman, so.
There we go.
I'm just kidding.
Of course I need some instructions. Now, this wasn't even like mansplaining. This was clearly he would just go and do yelly screaming things until he got his way.
This is I'm so inadequate. I don't know what else to do but yell at you.
Like, yeah, somehow this was my fault. Yeah, that guy was a piece of work.
I just sent you a LinkedIn invitation, Babbitt.
No.
Oh my god, that was like the sound of total defeat.
I'm messing with her because she thinks that she anonymized herself.
Oh, that's why I'm kind of here jealous. Is like, why do you offer me a job?
Stop being an asshole.
She's asleep. Ish.
Oh shit, you really did send me one. Holy shit.
Holy shit! He knows you.
Yeah, no. Well, how are we a third? Wait, I forgot how LinkedIn works.
Yeah, you need to.
Do I actually have to
I don't
know
know.
something,
I don't know how
to
you're
be
a
a
third.
third degree?
Third person or third level just means that somebody you know knows somebody that also knows somebody that knows him.
Ah.
So I mean, almost everyone on LinkedIn is
Yeah,
3
okay.
levels.
Three sounded close to it, didn't it?
The 3 degrees of separation is the whole thing, but I didn't know if LinkedIn just says that for everyone or not.
Are you like 3 degrees from Kevin Bacon? I didn't check that link.
No, you guys are thinking of 6 degrees.
Ah, well, three degrees from Batman now is a thing.
I don't know about the degrees things, but okay.
So I do see some people that aren't third degree. But I have like someone from the Ohio Police and Fire Pension Fund is a third degree.
When
because
LinkedIn first started, oh, go ahead.
I was going to say I can see people who viewed you, Josh, also viewed these people. So I'm guessing all these guys are probably in Ohio.
Could be.
500 plus connections. Anyway, sorry. What's up, James?
I was just going to say, when LinkedIn first started, the third degree was still like a really oh, wow, that's really good connection. But now it's bullshit.
It just means that...
You're bullshit, Babbitt.
Well, yes, actually. But so it just means that we both know people who know people who know people that know people that know people.
So
and there's a recruiter somewhere in the middle of all that.
Well, you don't have to know them. You just have to kind of know them. You know what I mean?
You don't need to know them in the biblical sense.
Bah, chicka, wow, wow.
I thought you'd laugh your ass off that I sent you that.
Yeah, that's just gonna stay over there like every other. Wait, shit, why do I have another notification?
She's probably freaking the fuck out right now.
Well, I get a lot of recruiters because I hit this very magical spot of the number of years I've been working, the amount of keywords I have on my thing, the people who endorsed me and who they know, and then, yeah, I'm a woman. I know that puts me on some sort of list, and then I have security stuff, which is super hot right now. So I probably get an invite at least every day.
Which security is super hot right now, but nobody's willing to pay for it.
Security's in the blinky light.
No, they like the blinky light. That's why they have IoT everything. I think it's the best shit ever.
So in my day job, we do test equipment, and we were talking about IoT test solutions, and we were listing off like topics and measurements, and we realized the last one on the list was cybersecurity, and we just kind of laughed. It's like, wow, even we don't care about security for IoT.
It was on the list?
Yeah, but only because we have a group that does security stuff. But that was what even made it kind of funny, right? It's like we're like, man, we should probably put that up higher.
Yeah. I heard an interesting discussion at a B-Sides once. It was so it was like after the conference, most people have already gone, and they had some weird like impromptu panel, and one of the guys was somehow he's involved in Ring, like not a CTO but someone high up, and at that conference, someone did a not quite ethical disclosure about some Ring vulnerabilities because they're like, yeah, I sent an email off last week, which is that's not really how ethical disclosure is supposed to work. And so he was I'm sure he was a little like butthurt about that. But they had a discussion afterwards about security and IoT. And he was a little grumpy, but I'm guessing because of that other talk. But it was basically, if you have to wait, as a consumer, if you have to wait 6 months and it's, $10 more, you're going to go to the competitor. If that 6 months and $10 more is adding security in there.
Or worse, you're going to buy it from a Chinese company.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but that's what consumers are doing because they don't understand that they don't really care if their IP camera isn't part of a botnet as long as it still takes pictures because they don't really get it and they don't understand and they don't care.
Because they're just going to send it on Amazon and, profit.
But they're going to go, well, if I buy this thing, the battery lasts longer because there's no keys on it, so there's no, like, encryption going on. I can have it right now, and it's cheaper.
True.
Why wouldn't I buy this?
The irony of the ring example is people buy a ring so they can see if somebody's trying to steal their packages from Amazon from their porch, but they don't know shit about their data.
Oh yeah, the fact that you have to put all that up on a third-party host just is the reason I won't get Ring. And then there's actually a few good self-hosted solutions. I'm just lazy. Just keep my door locked and hope more drunk people don't show up my door like that last night.
Like they did last night? What?
No, were you not? Someone came to my door and was trying to get in my house. And I'm like banging on the door and I'm like yelling like the wrong house, motherfucker.
No.
And I finally I don't have a keyhole actually on my door, so I had to go find something in the step on my to see through my little window. And this guy is just totally trashed. He has no idea where he is. But it scared the shit out of me. And I'm like, I have this big ass knife. I guess that's something. Like I didn't know what to do.
Usually, you need to buy a gun from IoT. That's what you need to do.
Yeah.
But you would assume, I assumed maybe they thought no one was home, so I turned all the lights on thinking that would scare them away, and my door handle is still jiggling. It was like something out of a horror movie.
The night that Babs almost died.
Well, what's really funny is that guy was clearly drunk, and when I went out there in the morning, there's like a ATM card out on my porch. So my guess is that either he was drunk and was at the wrong address and was trying to figure out, because he had a key. He put the, it's just like a quick set. So his key was going in the door, and he didn't quite understand why it wasn't unlocking the door. But my guess is that maybe he was pulling out an address or something, and his card fell out or something. I don't know why. It just happened to be the next morning. Saw someone's ATM card.
So you ran the pizza charges on that one?
No, I'm not a jackass.
Hey man, he scared the crap out of you.
True, but I still don't. Two wrongs don't make a right.
So according to my life, you're married.
What?
Yeah. That's what it says.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That's what it says. I'm not kidding.
Where are you? What?
I'm Google stalking. It's fun. I'm bored.
I'm
Pirate.
not. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna Google myself.
Do you want me to tell you a trick that's going to blow your mind?
Yeah, for these things, yeah. Please.
Put the nut. Okay, stop what you're doing. Put the nut on the screw first, and then just slip the plastic around the new. So take your plastic piece off.
Yeah. fucking motherfucking shit. Alright, that will do for now. Fuck it.
Oh shit! It does say I'm married. So let's see. Religion wrong. Relationship wrong.
Screw on with a couple of turns. Put the screw in the hole. Put the nut on with a couple of turns, and then you can actually just slip the plastic thing into it, and then tighten down the nut.
Yeah, I don't know how I got this plastic piece on there since it's being... There it goes.
By the way, I'm sure this definitely counts as stalking. IoT just saying.
Oh no, it totally does. I'm just gonna straight out say that. But it's kind of funny. It's reconnaissance technically.
He just wants to know who he's talking to online.
Let's see here. And no, I'm not legitimately stalking you. I'm just having fun on Google.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is just considered stalking.
Yeah.
Alright, just because of the way this... Fucking... No, going that way. There we go.
It's only stalking when they're strangers.
Yeah.
Oh my god, thank you for that tip. I always wonder how the hell to get these things in there.
Yeah, I think everybody does it the way you tried to. In fact, the video that I just shared was for the client that hired me to do it for robots. And they actually, their first piece of feedback was I did it wrong and that they wanted me to show people how to do it the way you were doing it.
Oh,
I was
hell
like,
no. Yeah, I would totally say your method is, this method is so much better.
I was not paying attention to the way he was doing it.
Okay. I hate to do it now.
So basically, what most people try to do is they try to put the two plastic pieces together, and then hold the nut on while they thread in the screw. And it's a really awkward way to make that T-joint. So it's better if you just thread on the nut a couple times, and then it all just kind of screws together.
It's like a really bad infomercial trying to like, did you ever had this issue before in your life? You want this, like, you want to know a better, faster way to do it? Like, fuck. See, like, I was trying to do all that shit.
Dude, I'm going to do an Instagram video of that.
You want more demonstration?
Oh, you're doing it the old way right now is what you're trying to show me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so actually I built that robot too. So let's see if you did that way. So what I did is I kind of partially put it in there first. And something like that.
Yeah, you basically...
With the nut already on there.
Yep. That's the...
I mean,
that's
I can't even see how you could do it the other... Like, I certainly could... The only reason I did it that way is I literally couldn't do it any other way.
I don't know why, but it took me... I had to build 3 of those things before I figured out that trick.
I couldn't even... No, I couldn't do it. Like, it just wasn't happening. That was just sort of like, finally it worked. And that was the way I had to do it.
Like, the only other time I had to do this was with the LED clock. And that was a pain in the ass, and then... But... Now, I seen the light. Yay!
So I have a whole bunch of soldering kits I bought a long time ago. If I send them to you, will you just do them for me?
Fuck yeah! I love soldering. Wait, are you gonna want them back?
I tell you what, let's talk later because I actually do have some kits that I bought for something and I never did anything with them, and I've got like duplicates and things and. Yeah, like
no, I can solder and then send them back.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't even think I need some of these back because I bought 2.
He wants you to assemble his backlog of hacker boxes.
Dude, I don't care. I love soldering. It's like I'm kind of disappointed. I can't find enough good shit on Amazon. Like, cause I want to find like tools that I can solder, and it's like, yeah, I put this together and it's an actual functioning tool or something like that I can constantly use. Or like this one's pretty neat. If I can figure out how to program this little fucker, I can probably do some cool shit with it. But yeah, sure, I'm totally down to be your soldering monkey.
Oh, you're gonna be so sorry you said that.
It'd be great.
I don't think you understand how big my backlog is.
How much are we talking here?
Seriously, like I've got like 2 or 3 kits, but I'm never gonna get to them. So if you seriously, if you think you'll put them together, I'd rather somebody else do something with them.
Yeah, like I said, I enjoy doing this.
I'll even give you some stickers with my logo on it for no reason.
Yes, that'd be awesome. I love stickers. So I hoard stickers. too. So we'll do just a few to see if you like my drunk soldering. And we'll go from there.
All right, sounds good. Although I've sort of watched you do 2 projects now, so I think we're good.
Awesome. Wait, I never asked you. How is the lighting now? You happy?
Yeah, this looks really good. I think you've made a massive improvement. It's yeah.
All right, awesome. Almost done, and we can go to bed if you like.
Yeah, for those the penguin robot things, getting all the little tiny little papers off the acrylic took forever.
That was the worst part.
And I think you had already said something about it, so I was already like prepared. Nah, I wasn't prepared.
And I was hoping you had another tip for that too. For this, I was like,
yeah, no, this part just sucks. I mean, the way to get around this is it has to be cut differently when they do the laser cutting, and no one does it. So
for those like peeling it slowly.
These are all sturdy pieces. On the robot one, I actually broke something. It wasn't too bad, but I did crack something. It was such a thin piece of plastic. This is a really nice kit, actually, to get a nice little case like that.
yeah, I'm really glad they did that, because that it really makes a big difference.
Penguin, is it the video? Oh, okay. I need to look at it later.
Oh, you don't need to watch the video. You figured it out.
Well, I just need to see what it is.
No. I just sent you the basically just the part where I did what you're doing now. So don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
I need more to do. I'm all bored of cyberstalking.
So, well, so whenever you get to do your drugger box of the really cheap smart switches?
Anytime. Maybe this weekend. I don't know.
Not this Saturday because I have a wedding and I'll probably be really, really drunk.
So you're already gonna be.
So I found into this dilemma. I was like, how do I get all 4? There it goes. 4, come here.
So wait, are there 2 screws on both sides of that?
1 screw on each side for the back part. And in the front, there is 2 in each one, yeah.
Those are like the whole screw T-bone kind of things, aren't they? How they're doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it works.
No, it works. It's just a pain in the ass to put them together. Now that I know,
I had a 3D printer that was assembled that way. My original MakerBot Thingomatic was assembled that way.
What I liked about it is that once you get it in there right, then it's just it holds the for you, and then I don't have to worry about it accidentally coming undone.
Right. Oh, isn't it pretty? We added an hour to this by making you put it in the case. You guys were
right. Did it really take an hour?
Here, can you plug it in now so we can see what it's like with the case now?
Just to satisfy your curiosity, yes.
She's needy, isn't she?
Oh fuck
Yep.
yeah!
Not just a yeah. Oh fuck yeah.
Oh shit.
What?
No, because the micro SD, the micro connection is very. It's only being held on by it doesn't have all 4 prongs down. It has 3.
Oh, yeah. Those are the kind of connectors also that people tend to rip off when they're not really being careful.
Yeah. And Sarah just asked me, I'm getting married. I'm like, no.
Because you're going to a wedding. She's watching.
God damn it. Yeah, she's watching. That's right. No, it's not my wedding. It's another coworker. He's getting married. That poor bastard. Anyways, I know you're all dying to see this.
Yeah.
Drum roll.
Ooh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Bow chicka wow wow.
Alex is like, that's what she said. Nice. Lights off, please.
So wait, I'm trying to look. Does it always start with red?
Let's find out.
I mean, there's
How are they doing this? Like, it's different colors.
All right, so
it's hard for me to see.
Yeah,
okay, that's probably
like,
better.
you see that? It started. The tips turned blue first, but other times it looks like it starts with red.
Watch, it's like
just the tip.
What's the very first color?
It looks like a red. Oh, you're about to see. I'm watching the YouTube stream too, and I'm like turning it off and on. Or let's see. Let's try this.
It's going through like a section where they turn off and turn back on at different colors.
Yeah.
So are they maybe using like a PWM where it turns the LED off, but it still has enough power that it's going through the next phase? I don't know the words or terminology or any of the shit. Sorry.
Some of what it's doing is just really weird because I'm seeing left and then right, then left and right. That's not. I mean, it's crude.
This isn't doing what I thought it was.
And I
think like right there, that takes some control. To do that whole snake around, that takes some serious addressing.
So Babs, you might be right. It might be a PWM kind of thing, and maybe it's something similar to like a one-wire sensor, where it has like the IC has this little tiny capacitor that keeps the logic alive when the high current stuff is off.
Maybe like right there, you can't do that without individual addressing.
Well, see, my thought though was this is what threw me off, because if the first state was all the LEDs on to be white. Then you could easily get away with that because you're just turning them on in their first state. But this, where is that? Yeah, they're doing something
because they can do things where sometimes all the lights are in sync clearly, and then it does a cool little sparkle effect.
Well, it's like sometimes it looks like it could be a group, but other times it's definitely not a group. Like the single snake circling was definitely not a group.
Yeah,
that's not a group.
And look, now they're all red, and now it's multicolored. Like, it stayed red for a really long time.
Yeah, the grouping isn't throwing me off. What's throwing me off is how are they getting multicolor or white differently? because something. I'm buying a fucking kit.
Yes, and then let's put it on the oscilloscope or something and see what's going on there.
Actually, I bought a really cheap oscilloscope, and I'm waiting for it to come in sometime between the end of the month and the end of February. So I'm gonna learn how to figure out how to use that.
What did you get?
So we can find it. Look it up. It was like $25 in Amazon.
Okay, never mind.
He's like, I'm drunk, but I'm not that drunk.
Yeah. Not spending a lot.
He's like, I'm $15 drunk, not $25.
Hey, if I have Amazon ship one of these kits to you, will you solder it for me and then send it?
Yeah.
You don't have to do the case. I just want it soldered.
This is great. No, this is actually really neat looking. It is a little bit more than I would spend on the little blinky thing that apparently doesn't have hashtag badge life on it, but this is neat.
And I'm looking now at the back of the case. I put the wrong. Where is it? Here's the hole. Here's the pins. Fuck. Other than that.
Yep. So do they have the part number for this LED?
I don't know. I've been trying to find the manual for it. But I can't find it on there.
Where was the schematic? Where was people seeing that?
Give me a second. I'll send you a link. It's on the Amazon page.
Yeah, but I'm lazy.
The fuck? I've been looking for it.
Wait. If the schematic doesn't say anything. It just says LED.
Nice. That's descriptive.
But I always wonder what are these LEDs that have multiple color, and how do
There's
they
a
work?
chip inside the LED. If you were to kind of stare at it with the little microscope or a magnifying glass, you probably see.
Let's see. I'm not seeing the regular page without logging in.
It's not a through hole one, but there is something. I just posted something that's sort of like.
But that's
has,
like the mount. Oh, okay.
Like really tiny. I can find a through hole one.
So I bought one of these, but it was like $25-$30. Wait, what was it gonna do? Oh.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see what you got.
And I think I see the chip. It's a tiny speck that doesn't match. It's a little wider.
Yeah, like near the base, you'll see it'll yeah.
It's kind of hard to see because of the way the plastic warps everything, but
I think my thing Just hold on.
What popped?
Oh, I think I was behind. I didn't see you ever show the LED. If you were trying to put it, it sounded like you almost put it near the camera.
I was trying to, but that was like, it's gonna be a bitch.
Yes, I mean they probably wouldn't pick it up anyways.
Wait.
But do you have a magnifying glass? You could stare at it.
I have something better. Sorta. Oh yeah, you could definitely sit there if I can keep my head steady.
I can't tell. I'm seeing a LED for sure.
All right.
I don't think I see the chip.
Spin that a little bit. I want to see that. I'm getting a good look at it. All right.
There it is. Look at that pretty.
Interesting.
Don't die.
I know.
That's a whole other conversation.
So holy shit, what is that that
Holy
you just
shit.
posted?
So I just posted a die shot from a flicker LED. So it's not what these are, but I just wanted to give you a sense of what they do is they basically integrate an IC into the leads.
Yeah.
And so then you can basically, I mean, like Babs said earlier, it could be like a 555 timer.
Within the LED. Holy.
Yep, right inside the LED. It's all on the base. Because if you think about an integrated circuit, it's almost entirely plastic. The actual physical silicon, it takes up less than 5% of the total package.
No, I understand that, and in one of the Microfabs meetings, we saw how they were trying to explain how small things are in a very tiny processor and microchip. But I'm always amazed about how they can run all those tracks very, very thin and small and precise, but we have trouble magnifying it and all. And the first one you posted, it's just a regular, it'll be the regular red, green, and blue, and of course you have a ground somewhere. That I remember trying to even see the lines for those on their just regular ones of the mounted LEDs. So I can only imagine how tiny those tracks are.
You know, looking at this die stuff is like I don't even know. It just looks like a bunch of lines.
Well, what's really funny is, so like there's a guy, Ken Sharif. He does really good job at, really good job at a lot of things. But when he reverse engineers a chip and shows it to people, he'll talk like it's obvious what all the little features are. He'll be like, well, this is clearly a PNP transistor connected to this as a, and it's like, dude, slow down.
See, that's how I feel.
We don't know this.
When people pull up a schematic and they're like, oh, well, over there is the blah, and it's like, where? Like, it's not obvious to me because I don't have a little map in my brain of, oh, I've seen this a million times, so of course. Like, he probably, for him, he just has a model in his head where it's like he can't unsee the grouping or whatever.
Yeah.
This looks like a really weird maze.
Yeah, that's a good
with
point.
Some coffee stains on it.
I agree with her. It's like it's a maze, and I have no idea what's what. I like to know, but stupid as it is.
Okay, it's interesting.
It is.
It's different. I mean, I'm guessing there's a whole bunch of some of these little tiny... Like, do you understand anything about this image, James? Can you point to someone to say, that's that?
So, not really, but I can tell you two things about it. So, all the crap on the right is clearly a shift register. And I only say clearly because you can see things are repeated multiple times. And then over on the left, where it looks like there's like a trace that's snaking around, that's probably a delay line. And the way that this thing works is it's a linear feedback shift register. So they're doing some kind of logic on the output, and then that delay line introduces some uncertainty to that output. But I can't tell you like where the transistors are. I don't know what they are. I sort of just can infer from the patterns what the blocks are probably doing, but I can't tell you like what of these pieces are a transistor.
But could someone do that and say, because I know generally speaking with ICs, you have a whole bunch of transistors. That's like kind of what they're made out of, right? So it does a lot of the things.
I think each one of those blocks is likely represented transistors. I mean, and there's definitely people who build these things that could look at it and tell you.
When you say block, do you mean like there's like kind of bigger chunks, or there's a tiny little like green or pink looking blocks? Like
the smaller repeatable patterns. So like on the last picture that was posted, you've clearly got like 3 columns on the right hand side, or kind of in the center. You know, in each of those columns, I see like 5 or 6 repeating elements. So I would say that inside those elements are probably 1 or more semiconductor types of logic. So maybe it's a transistor, maybe it's something else, but you definitely see similarities repeated.
Anyways. I still like it that you still said clearly.
Clearly, for
nice.
anybody that's not retarded, this is obvious.
Well,
but no, I mean, there's guys out there that do this, that would look at this and tell you exactly what everything there is. Because
I mean, I know people who could stare at hacks and go, "Oh, clearly it's doing this."
Right.
So there's just a little part of their brain that just sees those patterns.
Like, I see the patterns. I don't know what they mean, but I see them.
Yep. Well, I'm about to stop the YouTube stream, so bye, YouTubers.
Bye, YouTubers.
Bye.
Boobs.